Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the new month of September. Today is Labor Day. We are going to be honoring all of our folks who goes to work every morning or every night or every afternoon to make this country work. We are going to honor you for your work, for your effort, no matter where you work, from the penthouses of New York and Chicago to the basements in Newark, New Jersey, Trenton, New Jersey, Philadelphia. We salute you for your work. We want to teach our children also to value labor no matter where it is you work, whatever you do. We appreciate you. You do not have to wear suit and tie. You do not have to work in the penthouse to be recognized for your work. Without you at the bottom, the guys and girls at the top will fall. So today we are going to be paying homage, paying our respect to all of us that are called the laborers. We are in the fields, working, trying to make ends meet for our families. We are the role models for our children. If our children see us waking up every morning and going to work, no matter what it is that we do, it teaches our children something special, that we value labor. When we are building our own societies and our own cultures around the world, Liberia in particular, there is a dichotomy. You barely hear a child in Liberia aspiring to be a plumber, to be an electrician, to be a mason. But they all want to be doctors and lawyers because that's what our parents tell us to do. Our parents are saying, do something with yourself. Go do something worthwhile. We need a medical doctor in our family. We need a lawyer in the family. We need an engineer in the family. You will never hear a father or mother say, we need a plumber in the family. If your parents ever told you otherwise, let us know. Your parents will have been one in a million. Because in our Liberian society, we look at those who are plumbers and street sweepers are failures. We do not appreciate those who do the hard work for us. Let's look at the history of Labor Day in this country. Hopefully, we can adapt some of the good of this great country. So Labor Day was established to honor the labor movement and workers' contribution to American society. Stemming from the late 19th century Industrial Revolution and the subsequent fight for fair wages, reasonable hours, and better working conditions. The first Labor Day celebration took place in New York City in 1882. And after being adopted by several states, it was made a federal holiday by President Grover Cleveland in 1894, specifically to mend ties with labor after the violent Pullman strike. A government, a leader that listens to his or her people, the people that made the Industrial Revolution possible, decided that they were getting the short end of the stick. So they decided to appeal to the government that they too are human beings. They may not have been in the boardrooms, but the steel workers, the street pavers, the everyday people that make the work go. These people came and they began to do something special. So special that in 1882, the President of the United States, Grover Cleveland, finally made it official 1894 as a federal holiday all over the country. So the first Monday of September every year is set aside for us, the working folks, the working poor, the rich, the middle class, the upper class, the super wealthy class. Today is a day set aside for Labor Day to honor laborers. We are laborers. So to give us a day with pay. If you are at a job where you have a full-time job, it is mandatory that you get paid for today's holiday. You stay home, spend time with your family. Hopefully you're having a great time. When you get back to work tomorrow, you're going to be paid. You're going to work 4 days this week, but you're going to get paid for 5 days. And if your job needs you to work on this day, they have to compensate you well. Some places you get time and a half. Some places you get your double pay. But it is your choice. If you want to go in and work. So this is something that we need to do in Liberia, even though we have more holidays. In a non-productive country like Liberia, where we produce nothing and consumes everything. According to some papers, unemployment is 90%. So 9 out of 10 people walking around in Liberia, they are on holiday anyway. There's no jobs. The government has not been able to produce jobs to help the private sector. Nobody in the private sector is hiring because there's no private sector in Liberia. That as it may be, we say today is Labor Day, and you are fortunate to be in the United States. At least today you're going to have a reprieve. And if you have to work, either this Friday or next Friday when you get paid, you're going to see a substantial pay raise on your paycheck because you will have received a pay and a half or double your pay, which is good. So Labor Day is very important in this country. We look forward to it. People are having a great time. People are traveling, spending time with families and friends, spending some money. The economy is booming. The airline industry is making money. Transportation is making money. Hotels are making, the entire industry, the entire economy of the United States is swinging. The bars, games, sports, you name it. Fixed electronics always remind us, if you are tired working for someone, the best investment he said you can make is in yourself. Be retrained. Learn something new. Do a side hustle. Do something. You can be an administrator like I am on my job. And if you have the time, do Uber. Uber Eats. Call Amazon. Deliver. Do something. Whatever extra money you earn, you don't need it here. You may want it, but you don't need it. You can be a helping hand to someone in Liberia, to people in Liberia. You can help develop your village. You can help build a little school in your town. You can help pay somebody $50 a month in the village, and you will be helping your government. At least you're taking one person off the payroll. Labor Day is very important. We respect your labor. Mr. Fix always says, in the American economy or in capitalism, there's something he called a big five. That's plumbing, electricity, welding, mechanics, and carpentry. Those 5 things, you can make money, you can make a living. That is when we are talking about the middle class. Those 5 categories will build the middle class. The rich guy will always need an electrician to fix his house. Once in a while, he would need a plumber. Those beautiful homes, they need carpenters. Those Rolls Royces break down, they need mechanics. And if you are fortunate to work with those big companies and you are heavy-duty mechanic, you make even more money. So that's Labor Day. Now, if you are into sports, this weekend, saw some great football game. When we say football, we mean the American football. I don't know why they call it football, because they barely kick it. But we accept it. It's our football in this country. If you woke up last week and your team was ranked number 1, number 2, number 3, all the way to number 10, well, I got news for you. There has been a lot of upsets. If you are from the Sunshine State of Florida, where sports and athletics is a religion, you will be sitting pretty. The game between FSU, Florida State University, and Alabama was one of the biggest games of the day. Obviously, it was an upset. Alabama was ranked number 8 in the nation. Florida State was not ranked. And the man handled Alabama, the Rolling Tires. Roll, tire roll, they say. But the Seminoles, the Tomahawk, yes. You know, my twin girls go to Florida State, so they were actually out there rushing the pitch after the game. And they were sending me these photos. Florida State University football is back. And then down the street, the University of Miami and Notre Dame took to the pitch last night. And this rivalry got heated in the 80s when Notre Dame coined a phrase where the young folks for Notre Dame printed their t-shirts. And they consider themselves the Catholics versus the convicts in Miami, they say. On the Miami team, they have some roughnecks, like Irvin. They have some great team, but there was a minority team, mostly black kids from the hood. And the guy from the upper division school called himself upper class school, Notre Dame, coming down to Miami, and they called in the kids from Miami convicts. So that rivalry been going on for years, for decades. Last night was no different. The University of Miami was able to beat Notre Dame 24-27. The convicts beat the Catholic converts. So you are a Catholic. Last night was not a good day to be Catholic. I know my boy Victor Nagbe, a devout Catholic, is coming, and he's going to be on the hot seat. University of Miami defeated Notre Dame 24-27. My goddaughter goes to LSU, and they defeated Clemson in another upset. Clemson were ranked number 4. Great. Now let's go to the Republic of Liberia. And let's talk about current events. You know, when politics get it, Liberia is all about politics. I had a friend, a gentleman from Burkina Faso that visited Liberia once. And he says when you go to Burkina Faso, the young folks are competing in daily skills, agriculture, planting, harvesting. He says, but in Liberia, the young folk gather in something called the intellectual forums. And all they do is talk about politics. They care less about where the daily meal is coming from or what tomorrow looks like for them. He said that is a major difference between everybody else in Liberia. While the Burkinabes are coming into Liberia and taking advantage of a fertile land, while the Fulanese are coming The Ghanaians are coming. The Sierra Leoneans are coming. The Nigerians are coming. Like in America, they say, if you don't want it, I will take it. If you don't know what to do with this land, we know what to do with it. So the Burkinabes are coming from everywhere. They are taking over the southeast. Now I'm hearing from the folks in Nimba that they have also begun to penetrate Nimba County. They are not just invading, we are inviting them because we are lazy. We are hiring them to be sharecroppers. We tell them, we give you the land, you go ahead and plant the cocoa, the cassava, the yam, whatever it is you plant, when it grows, you share it with us. So they just sit back and allow these foreigners to come in and utilize the land, and they just sit back because they are Liberians. Then we say we need to send the Fulanese back. We need to send the Ghanaians back. We need the Nigerians to go back. We need these people to leave our soil. We are lazy. We don't want to do anything. We just talk politics. This brings me to this one. Over the weekend, we've been hearing this news about President Salif pledging $15,000 to the CDC for the reconstruction or construction of a new headquarters. Well, the ruling party, the Unity Party, began to inquire and began to protest. They cry foul. Why would the former president do this? So the former president said this on the front page of the Liberia Investigator. Former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf denounces CDC funding the rumor as nonsense and damn stupid. This is the political Messi of the Republic of Liberia, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. There's something in politics called plausible deniability. Can you tell a lie that people can really believe? Can you say something that is not true, but at least it's believable? It's plausible deniability. September 1st, today, 2025, out of Monrovia, former President, Liberian President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf has denied claims circulating on social media that she donated $15,000 and bags of cement to help the opposition Coalition for Democratic Change, CDC, build its headquarters. In an unfiltered phone interview with journalist Julius Jair on OKFM, Sirleaf, speaking from her farm, called the allegation nonsense and a damn stupid lie, urging the media to report her denial exactly as she has stated it, a damn lie. I am here on the farm, been here for 3 days, didn't even know what's going on in the city. Sirleaf said, but let me say this in response. Those people who put this crap, this nonsense on social media, they might just love my name. They might just love me and can't keep me out of their mouth. What they have just said is a damn stupid lie. Anybody who put that crap out there, they are damn stupid. Please repeat it, just like I said. Damn stupid, she says. Anybody who put that crap out there, they are damn stupid. Please repeat it, she said. Let everybody hear exactly where it is. Then maybe they will stop being damn lies. Then they will stop being damn liars. The CDC led by former President George Weah has not publicly commented on the allegations. President Saleh, Africa's first elected female president, and the Nobel Peace Laureate.
Okay, we have with us former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Welcome, Madam President. It is being spread on social media in quite a viral way that you allegedly are giving some support to the opposition CDC in terms of both financial and material, $15,000 and some 1,000 bags of cement for their new headquarters project. Is this information true or not?
Julius, I'm glad you said allegedly. I am here on the farm, been here for 3 days, didn't even know what's going on in the city. But let me say this in response. Those people who put this crap, this nonsense on social media, they must just love my name. They must just love me and can't keep their mouth off me. And what they have just said is damn stupid. Anybody who put that crap out there, I say they are damn stupid. Please repeat it for me and put it just like I say it. Put it there in the media, let everybody hear it exactly what it is. Then maybe they will stop these damn lies. Thank you, Julius, for calling me. Please, just tell it. Let everybody hear it well, okay?
Okay, but did they ever reach out? I mean, the CDC, have they ever reached out to you for support also?
Never. No CDC person has reached me on no support. They have no reason to call me for support. I'm busy with my things I do, with my center, things I do with my farm. I'm out of that damn politics. That's why the politics here is so terrible, because it's so sensational. You know, and it just makes people so tired. People want to do the good things for the country. You want to promote the good part of the country. You want to be supportive to all the agencies of government. You want to support the president in everything he does if it's in the interest of the country. And every day somebody come up with some nonsense or the other. It's so doggone sickening. I just wish Liberian people would just get to work. They're so bored with laziness now they can't work.
Okay.
I'm so tired of it. Put it any way you want, put it to you. Just tell it the way it is. Let them know exactly how I feel.
Okay. Thanks so kindly, Madam President.
Yeah, just tell them. I'm working so hard. All they do is creating problems with people, creating tension in the country, trying to divide people when we're trying to promote reconciliation. And they're creating all kinds of things to cause trouble. All right, Julius, you got my answer, yeah. Put it on every way you want, put it on. Put it all over the country. Put it on social media. Put it on Facebook. Put it on Instagram. Put it everywhere you want, put it.
Okay, Madam President. Thanks so kindly.
Thank you.
That is, you know, there's something that sets these platforms apart. Before I took this job here to host, I had to do my own homework. We have to report the news exactly as they are and then solicit your opinion. This is our vindication that what I was reading word for word was exactly the sentiment of the former president. We didn't make it up. Reported exactly as it was reported, and I quoted the source. You are listening or just listen to the live recording of the former president addressing the issue. On another note, Weatherspoon's attack on finance minister sparks allegation of proxy war for VP Coon. I think the president may want to listen to this. This is the politics section of the Liberia Investigator, reported by the guru himself, Leonard Dudu. Leonard is reporting on September 1, published today by the Liberia Investigator. Says Spoon Talk host Stanton Weatherspoon called Finance Minister Augustine Pehe Garguah a bold-faced liar over the government's $150 minimum wage claim, and attacked that some politician figure now says could be part of the proxy war on behalf of the Vice President Jeremiah Cohen. Weatherspoon confirmed to the Liberian Investigator that he texted the minister after a press briefing last week. He says, and I told him, you are a bloody liar, man. Are you living in reality? His outburst came after a briefing last week when Garguah declared that no one on the central government payroll make less than $150 a month. A statement that drew both scrutiny and skepticism. Gray and Dopoh point to political motives. The clash over the wages has spilled into politics, with Monserrato County lawmaker, former lawmaker Akoras Gray, and Spoon TV panelist Isaac Doe arguing that Spoon's aggressive stand is not just about salary, but about shielding Coon and undermining his rivals. Let me welcome Mr. Myean. Your screen is a little fuzzy. Hopefully we can clear that up.
No, Mr. Gayman, we have a new setup, so we will be going live. I see now we're watching ourselves both back and forth. That's a new setup that was made here at Truth FM because they have upgraded the studio. So that's how the setup is like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Let me work on the dean himself.
The dean of the cabinet.
Yes. In Grand Bathel, we call him Garguah, the new man. I don't know what he's taking, but he looks 18.
Man, this one Friday, he was different. I look at the face, I was like, is this like, because this time we see AI is doing so many things. So
yeah, the man hanging with his former boss, Besaga Phillips. So that grease, that signal, the grease, the rubbing of everybody. Listen, tell Besaga I need some grease on this. How you doing, that young man? Welcome. Pewee, welcome.
You are muted.
Pewee, you are muted. If you can hear us, welcome.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Pewee, you are muted. If you can hear us, we got Myean, you got to mute.
Not me. I think.
Am I clear now?
Yes.
Oh, thank you so kindly. And thanks also for the compliment. One of my professors said to me, he said, "Even human being, I will reject compliments, then your soul is not functioning, right?" So he said, even the dead body, when someone passes, and then during the funeral, he said, philosophically, if they are all the tributes, the good tributes, trust me, he said that body in the casket can be rejoicing of the compliment. Even the dead body would appreciate that. So thanks for the compliments anyway. I think the Bezon guy is in town, the former Minister of Foreign Affairs, and the Chief Diplomat of the Republic of Liberia, He's a good man and was a good boss. He's like a mentor and a father figure. So whenever he's in town, I'm obliged to attend to him, to be around and to see what I can do to make his stay here as smooth as it can be. The role I think I can play, and sometimes I move up to him also for some level of insight of what is unfolding in national government, if you will. So he's still here. He came purposely to attend the 34th UNOMBOA anniversary that was held yesterday in PA, in Essington, PA. It was by and large kind of a good program, and the president pro tempore of the Liberian Senate was the keynote speaker. I do have my own, normally we politicians, political commentator, if you will, whenever we attend national issue, we come from there with our own critique to commend the program and to see how the program went and all those things. But I think it was a very good program yesterday. Somehow, the only thing the organizer, I would hope next time if they're organizing this kind of a program, UNOMBOA is a very powerful organization. You know the rest of the story, Jerome. To see this child is growing or this child has grown, we have to manifest most of your activities in the Bassa language, if you will. Where they organized a program yesterday, UNOMBOA, particularly you organizing a program for UNOMBOA in the Fedi area, that metropolitan area, we have a concentration of Liberians, if you will. Not only Bazo, they're going to attend. I'm from Lofa, and I attended the program yesterday. And the hall was very tight for the number of people they brought in. I will hope next time we will do better to do better on that. The hall was, and the way the program was organized, they spend a lot of time talking. The pull core aspect of it was a little poor, to be honest. But the organization itself, in terms of the structure, the souvenir was very perfect. That was very good. All of the chapter coming in, all of everybody came from all over. That was also very perfect. My only problem I had with them was the hall was tight, and you had too much people, more people even standing outside than inside. I would hope next time they will know the numbers and they will catch a hall that can accommodate everybody, and the space will be there for protocol about to do things more or less. From the aspect of the speech yesterday, what I observed is that it was still a manifestation of the deepening trouble in Grand Bassa between the two senators, if you were the pro tem and that of but even from the speech yesterday, she came to deliver. One would deduce from that some of us that understand the way speeches are delivered, and I think her speech, in other words, she struggled in giving her own message, meaning there were she fumbles a lot in the message. What I observed from that, the reason behind that was that I thought the exact speech she came to deliver, because I want to suspect that Belonga was present, most part of the speech was about him. But the fact that he was present and she didn't want to, so she would reach her area and then she would tell people, "Oh, I'm sorry." She would try to struggle to connect. She would want to jump over that. Well, she said that almost 8 times during the speech. I thought that was a very poorly delivered speech in terms of the way she fumbles on most of the steps moving on. But generally, the Bassa people had a very good program, and we were very associated. I'm glad to be associated with the great people of Grand Bassa County and all of the Bassa land, like a good man like you. It was a good program, but my only advice next time they should look for somewhere very big that will accommodate. It all was very tight, and it was evident by how people were clustered all into the place yesterday and all of things. I would hope that the organizing committee will moving forward will do a recommendation that was one of the small slippages they met along the way. But generally, it was a great program, and let me commend them for this 34th anniversary. It's a very funny, and they raise money to help the Bassa people. It's something they've been doing before, and we all should commend that. In terms of we all when they decided to contribute, and we're always going to contribute to them in terms of lifting the story about UNOMBOA and doing things and the rest of that. We had a lot of other politicians, Madame Kehleboe Gongloe, Pierre, a very smart, educated Liberian woman. very, very prolific politician herself. She came to commemorate this very auspicious occasion with the vast of people, and as a national figure herself, she was present to do that. So yeah, a lot of former national oil company president knew also among some permanent officials or past officials and of government and the rest of that. But and the former running mate to who had called our own Arizona Cummings, the ANC running mate, Councillor Charlene Brownskin also came in, and and a lot of things unfolded yesterday. It was a very great evening. Met a lot of great people. Met one of my dear brother before, was a journalist with 2FM. He did pretty well here now in the New Jersey. He got up. He do have a insurance company. This is Massaquoi. Massaquoi was also in with Lacon yesterday. We're going to be having Peter Massaquoi. We're going to be having some other discussion moving forward. So yeah, Jerome, it was a very good program. But again, back to what you were saying, we will now take some time. You will try to something that where we will look at what the former president said and exactly what she said. And I agree with what you stated before. Then I was trying to follow and exactly what she like. Maybe you and her talk before y'all could do the thing. I want to.
Well, Honorable Pewee, this is let's real quick. Let's close on the Unaboa thing. Unaboa, like you say in the Bassa vernacular, means that the child has grown or the child has matured.
Mm-hmm.
But based on what's going on back home and what you just told us, the maturity is not there yet. We have not grown to the level where we can have a peaceful diplomatic discourse without going out and denigrating other folks. That is not the growth that the Bassa people want. That the two leaders in our county and all the other leaders, they all are loggerhead. We are talking about going and tearing each other apart. So it is the antithesis to Unaboa, to the child has matured. That's what that word means. The child has grown, has matured. But from what you were telling me and from what we are reading in the paper, that is a far cry from maturity, especially from people who are our leaders, to be in the press, in the public, tearing each other apart, while doing very little to uplift the people in the county. So if I was either one of those folks, I wouldn't have attended the program because the name, the nomenclature that says growth and maturity means we have grown, we are mature. And then these things happen. But that as it may be, thank you very much for tuning in, guys. We have a great show. Go ahead.
Yeah, quickly on that, and I agree with what you said because the child has grown up and mature. We needed to understand as leaders how we can channel problem whenever the situation. I mean, the back channel is important, and particularly we that from the background of diplomacy is very important. Nothing is done is settlement is done. We understand, but back channeling in diplomacy is very important. Even when things are very tense, there are way we do it. But for the current pro tem to accuse
both pro tem, you know, remember they are both of them.
The former pro tem calling him criminal, calling him criminal. We have even written. I mean, it's a code. If there's something that you believe. And yesterday I listened to the speech politically. You see, and that's part of the reason. Again, it's difficult for Liberian politicians. The politics will always play things. Charing came trying to cool his tongue and the rest of that. And I understand. You understand her own perspective, if you will. They are all from the Liberty Party. There'll be some partisan sentiments being expressed by herself and the rest of that. But to accuse someone and that you have direct call to just across, I mean, on the Cody from the same county, and you guys live just the road back from Buchanan City, outside Buchanan City.
They live across the street, each other. That's
Across
correct.
the street outside Buchanan City, right? You could do that once. This is what I'm hearing about this thing. But to call someone a BM, and then the nomenclature of BM is tantamount to be a criminal, right? To call someone open it on an open radio station that way, your colleague, for example, I mean, it's troubling. And I have known, I'm saying that I've known this man. If this man or anyone involved into those kind of a act, today he would have been a millionaire. He was foreign minister of Liberia. He didn't indulge into those things. He was pro-tem before. You think he wanted to do those things, he wouldn't have done them? No, he didn't do that. I can vouch for his reputation. I know how scared this man is. I know sometimes when you want to do things, I know there are times people say, oh, before a minute you can just appoint people, why you can deploy people? And I said, no, it doesn't work that way. And I'm one person I will say this to you, Jerome, today. People will come over, want to go on foreign mission, want to be assigned on some of the ambassadorial missions. He didn't budge. He didn't do those things because it didn't work that way. So I have worked with him. I know the man he is. For someone to call him BM, this man was BM, I would have known because I worked with him. And that's why most of those barrage of accusations are coming here about disinformation for passport thing. You think this great country didn't know all of the facts? Why do you think he's still coming here freely and doing things? We met the former representative chair on foreign affairs in Congress at the time, Edo Raw. We met with him in 2018. I was part of that delegation. It was the Minister of Foreign Affairs, myself, the Assistant Minister Maswell Vah for American Affairs, and this very great lobbyist, Riva took us to that meeting in Washington, D.C. in Congress. When we met, as soon as we opened Representative Congressman Raw office, he looked up at some guy, he said, hey, what a great man. He praised him, praised his height and all of things. He said, I've been reading House of Farm. You've been doing well in the farming business and all of things. He spoke well of him. He said, I like how you play your politics, well respected, no problem whatsoever. In my present, Congressman Raw, he's now retired. But I'm saying this to say to you that this man is not only someone that we want to, he played his role, he got his family need to protect. To come on national radio and refer to as a BM, and then on the program yesterday, you guys pretending that nothing is happening, is troubling. It's not a good sign for Basel politics. And if I were advising the pro-tem, I would say this to her. The best thing to do is that there will always be a problem politically. Try to interact with your colleague. And I said to him yesterday as a chief, there's a way you do things to make sure Basel move on is possible. And that's why he said he's going to do everything. You're going to do consultation. And they want to make sure Basel County should be on. But you have elections ahead of you. Either you want to go as vice president or senator 2029. Madam Pro Tem, it is important to have your job as an elected official than to not have one. Because if you were to push into confusion, 2029, Bwaka going to be focused on his own re-election, not no other person. So you have to play a little bit and focus on either if you want to be senator again and go and win your seat, or if you want to be a running mate and go and do that. The whole thing, Jerome, quickly, if it comes down to who want to be, I want to be perceived that Benson guy is doing things he want to give running mate to somebody. And she want to be out of president or running mate too. So that's where the problem is coming from. I don't think, and I can read Benson guy's mind, and I know most of his activities. He has not decided on none of that yet. His focus is on the backs of people. His focus is not to be vice president to anybody. No, his intent is to focus on the development and coordinate with the caucus to do work for the Liberian people and for the backs of people vis-a-vis the Liberian people. That's concentration, and I hope that there will be some level of unity so that they can, as Charlie was trying to say last night, it will foster some peace and move the Basel land forward. Grand Basel is a very important county. And she said it, why Basel cannot be the commercial city of our country? Because the politics too much in Basel. Is that a very salient point that Grand Basel County, we start thinking about making that city the commercial city? Of course, we do have to put a Buchanan right there. It is strategically located. It is surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean, if not surrounded by the eclipse of that environment, the serenity of it. Very great. It got a seaport. It's not that far from the airport, but we can still do. It's a country. Do another airport there. Trust me, you see a lot of tourists moving into that place. We set that place up. Those that don't have money that got property, sell them to money boys. Give it out. And boom, you're gonna see that port of Buchanan will be a boom area. We all now be hustling to go buy land behind Indiana or other area. As the pro tem stated yesterday in her speech that they are pushing out to pave. The president has showed them that they're going to pave that road now.
Good.
All the way. That's a very good. I forgot to say that. That's a very good
Excellent.
news also coming up on that. But I hope that they should do that.
Great. And that road to Edina is very critical because as you get into the great city of Edina, you see all the monuments. And one spot that you need to visit is the grave of the 12th president of the Republic of Liberia, if I'm not mistaken, J.J. Cheeseman. President Cheeseman's grave and his mansion can be seen when you get into the great city of Edina. You can also, I stand to be corrected, you can see the grave of Bob Gray. All of these great men and women are buried over there. The former president Elijah Johnson also. So we got some great history. Let me welcome Mr. Simpson Masare. How you doing, young man? You are muted.
Hello.
Yes, now we can hear you.
All right. So I'm doing great, and it's good to be back here after a long week. It's good to be back. I was sitting listening to Mr. Pewee giving his own analysis about Senate Pro Tem and his former boss, Honorable Boson Meton Fine. I listened to her speech, and I also listened to his radio station last night. I think, but I don't want to drop the gun to make an input on it, but it's good to be back because I think that's a political fight.
Okay. Mr. Sampson, welcome your peers and your listener on Care Radio 95.9 FM. Can you welcome your audience?
So let me say welcome to all of our audience that are listening to us on 95.9. This is Care Radio, and it's good to be back with the closing argument show this evening.
Excellent. Now let me go to Truth FM 96.1. Myean, welcome your audience.
Okay, so for those of you who've been following the closing argument over the past years, this is the closing argument. We sincerely apologize for us having some technical issue last week. But howbeit, we are fresh and ready for this week going up. We had some upgrade whole of last week, so we've been off the entire broadcast at Truth FM. But this is your regular show on Truth FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. That's how we call it from our end here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And if you are listening from our great city of Seleke Kromah, Nima County, we say welcome. Seleke Kromah, the folks of Seleke Kromah. I love that city of Seleke Kromah. When I was a little boy, my mentor, Micah Wright, took me to Seleke Kromah, where the Wright family comes from. And I had a great time. Pewee, when I was growing up, I visited Kehleboe, one of the most beautiful cities in the Republic of Liberia. And if you have not visited Kehleboe, you think Buchanan is beautiful. Obviously, we are, because Bassa is such that Buchanan is such that we are about 88 miles away from the city, so you can work in Buchanan and live in Monrovia, or you could live in Monrovia and work in Buchanan. You can go back and forth an hour and a half, hour, 45 minutes. So that's the advantage of Buchanan. We had a port. We have one of the, I think, the best roads in the country, actually, from Monrovia straight to Buchanan. So there are great things that are happening. But there are some great families that I met in Maryland County, in Harper City, and I would like to send them a shout out. It might have been a long time ago, but the Seaton family, when I went to the Kehleboe, had a great time. I thought I thought Bassa women were beautiful until I visited some city outside of Harper. They call Philadelphia, a little suburb of Harper. They call it.
You have to look on top of your shoulder before the Haitians come in.
I'm looking. There's a suburb outside of Harper called Philadelphia, and there were a family called the Wesleys. If you are from Cape Palmas, I don't know where these people are after the war, but the Wesley sisters, beautiful family out there, treated us very well when we went. Great folks. My first time seeing a tradition where the people were drinking kinju. It was over 100 degrees outside. They're drinking kinju and eating hot pepper and cola nut.
Yeah.
Never seen that before. I stood and I was in awe. And they say, oh, what are you looking at? I said, I've never seen this before. They say, oh, this is our culture. This is something. So these are the things, you see, beyond the classroom, travel is an education by itself. When you travel and see how other people live their lives, how other culture interact, we have to travel. This is why road connectivity is very important, because if you are in Bassa and you have never visited Nimba, or you are in Nimba, you have never visited Grand G there. If you are in Riverside, you never visited Sino, then you are not in Liberia. You are only in your little fiefdom. So yes, we need to connect our roads. We need to connect our capitals. We need to, road connectivity is very important. So let me turn it over to you before we go into the hardcore politics. Honorable Pewee, you have traveled extensively because you are in the foreign service. Talk to us about education beyond the classroom, but just travel. Talk to us about the education you get from traveling different culture around the world.
The first and foremost thing, and I agree with you, Buchanan is a beautiful city. It's good, but second to the capital Monrovia would be Harper City. When I went to Harper, I was like, wow, do we have a place like this in this part of this country? And the first time I went to Harper, I flew. I was with because my first ever job was in 2003. Yes, 2003 when Taylor left the country. Most of the NGOs started coming in. I started with Myean and then Premier Audience and the DDR program. So when I saw Harper is a very beautiful place, and I agree with you on that. But one of the major things you learn from traveling that will push you up is the issue about the different cultural diversity. It's very important. You learn that. You learn about, you meet different people. You see how different cities operate and their culture, if you will. So if you went to Thailand, for example, Bangkok, Thailand, it's a great place to see, and they believe in a lot of cultural activities. Very sensitive kind of a people, and the way their food, the kind of food, and you get to understand that the same way our people back home would behave, different cultural thing else. So traveling alone brings to you a lot of education. You learn about different culture, different civilizations, different way of meandering your way through cities and all of things. So it's a very good thing if you have the opportunity to travel. It's not about scenery alone to see those beautiful places. It's about understanding the deep culture and the deep nature of how people connect, the connectivity, how we human beings, we are all intertwined, right? So it exposes you to also understanding, appreciating your learn, seeing and capping from that to come in also and then move through to other areas. So traveling alone beyond the diversity, beyond the cultural orientation, it also allows you to connect with great people, business-minded people. You get some exposure in terms of linking to people that can also help move you on, you know. As we say, travel, Peabody now was just in Liberia. He's currently in Accra, Ghana, you know, so he the Ghana boat in Aquaba and all those things and the rest of that. So it being like you see some great areas also, like China is one of the places you want to travel into, also China. And this country that is a country that got one of the first time I was in Arizona, I went to the Grand Canyon. Have you heard of the Grand Canyon?
Of course.
You really love to be there, right? You love to be there. This country alone got thousands of areas that you want to go and see. That's also people in this country, they don't even want to travel because their country alone, they have not ended going to other area yet, right?
That's right.
And people always coming from all over the world, coming to see things in the place. So it's important to do that. What it educates you a lot. It turn you bring you to seeing people speaking different kind of languages, how people behave in different areas. So it's a good thing to do, Jerome. On a serious note, and I will think that we ought to learn something. That's why today when I was watching the video about the University of Liberia fracas again with the police, I felt a little bit downhearted today. That the way administration left the country will have we need some good leadership to move the country forward. Other than that, this woman we were just celebrating a few months ago when she was appointed, right? Today, students are calling on her to go. What's the reason? Is it that government? I mean, we need to take some time. I know we're going to go to that, but I don't know if it's part of the agenda this year.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to jump the gun. So, but it's important to travel in our country alone. We ourselves will have to learn that. Liberians will have to go in different parts of the country. So we appreciate. Now, I am a Lothian. I do understand. I've been to Bon County. I've been across the country anyway. But I understand the culture. Culture in Bon County and Lofa County is the same. Culture in Lofa, Nimba, Bon, Magibi, basically the same. I mean, it would change a little bit because we, the Mende speaking people, our culture is a little different from you, the Kwa speaking people, right? So we, the Mende speaking people, got similar culture, and we accentuate those things on the basis of the understanding of it. And yours would differ from a little bit and all the things, but it's incumbent upon us, as you said. You went to, and I was there also in Maryland. You know, I went to Maryland. I spent some time, work there. So the issue about the cane juice and the pepper and the cola, right? That's part of the Marylander. The Marylanders, they don't practice the Sunday and Pearl thing. They don't practice that. And it was because of traveling that I got to understand those things across the line, right? There are certain part of the Southeast that they don't practice those things, and all of it. They got different way they assimilate also. But again, there's a need that we really learn. If you are a Basel man, Jerome, I've never been to Lofa. All of his 65 years he lived.
Yes.
Right, so it's important. But
I've been to Lofa.
Oh, okay, good.
I've been to Lofa. I've been to Bapulu. I've been to Nimba. Been to Bong. Never been to. I went to Grand Gide, but never been to Sano. Sano is the only place I've never been. But I've been to.
You almost done.
Yeah, almost. Let me welcome. Let me welcome.
Peabody, stop to Orange Grove.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't go past the cotton tree. I read that. Welcome, Dr.
Sylvester. Good to see you again, man. Good to see everybody. You know, I'm heading home now, getting ready to leave. But let me say that I've been to Sano, right? I went to Sano weekend. My internet not too good. I've been to Sano. I stayed a whole weekend. I've been to Cape Mount. I've been to Banga. I've been to Nima. I've been to a lot of places. Only Lofa and Grand Gide I really haven't been to. And I'm working on going there to do some work in those places. As soon as I get the green light, I will go in there. But it's good to see everybody. I've been following the conversation, you know. President Selie's statement today. I just want to add that. I think the President Selie just got mixed in rumors, but CDC never came up to make that statement. I believe there was nobody or the CDC leadership did not make that statement that President Selie had given them money. It was just a big rumor. You know how our brothers and sisters take to the internet these days and just move around with title toddlers and stuff like that. So I don't think CDC ever came up and said that. It was not an official statement from CDC. It was just somebody writing something on social media. And I like how the former president responded to that. Also, Sylvester just made a statement. I want to touch on it while I have free. The internet is already small. I want to touch on that with the given. What happened to the University of Liberia today is very much disappointing, you know, because I read that they are concerned about the president making $15,000 a month. That is peanuts, to be honest. for a university president. That is peanuts. And I think, while I support students expressing their displeasure on things, the issue of violence, of breaking doors, and things like that is totally unacceptable. Our education system is far away. And as they try to move forward, I don't support these kind of violent behavior of students. There are a lot of people that need to graduate. Mr. Gayman, our students in Liberia, some of the students are overgrown from the university. A lot of them are overgrown. And it's due to the university closing, it is due to other things. So while you guys have the opportunity to go to school and do something, I think it's important to do it. But all these demonstration and things really doesn't make sense. But I just want to chip in, Mr. Gayman. Good to see you. I'm still here until my internet goes.
Good. Listen.
As a fool in Accra.
How's the food? How's the food in Accra?
It's very good. I swallowed some major Dopoh today, major ones, and it was very good. So on my way back tomorrow, I'm going to try another. I'm going to try the banku, the ones that come with the okra sauce and the fish with the microfish. I'm going to try that tomorrow before I take my flight.
That's
buffering. Yeah.
But
other than that, it's a good place. This place I developed many years ago.
Go ahead.
Huh?
No, go ahead.
I said, other than that, I spent many years here as a refugee. So coming back, it has changed completely. Very changed. I don't know anywhere again. Only Liberia, where you can stay away for 25 years and can still find your house in the middle of the night. Here, all the places I lived, I had no clue how to look like. I went there and I didn't even know the place and stuff like that. So, to show how development is really moving rapidly in this place. Hopefully we'll get there, but I think they're way ahead of us. Ghana's way ahead of us.
Great. We want to talk about Myean. Can you replay the tip from the president, please? If you can play it, let's go to that. Then we'll go to the University of Liberia, which is my nephew at university. He been there forever. I don't know when he's going to graduate. And he's in Monrovia. I'm paying the rent, paying the bills, and I told you I graduated by now. And try to see if we can, because he's in agriculture. I want him to go on the farm and start doing some stuff. But he's in Monrovia. He's not graduating, and I don't think he regrets it either because his bills is being paid. He's getting his stipend. So I'm the one feeling it, So I mean, it's just one of those things. But the president, the former president.
Again, he doesn't have a choice. I mean,
wow! I thought the internet in Liberia was terrible for Ghana. Myean, can you play the tape from the president, the former president that you played earlier?
Yeah. Let me play.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Peabody, are you on your phone?
Oh, I have to revert to my phone. The internet is just a little bad here.
Okay, well,
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Hopefully, you can stay on until we can. We as long as you can, actually, as long as you can. Okay, so let me go to Dr. Pewee here. Dr. Peabody. It said the president denounces CDC funding rumors as nonsense and damn stupid. I like the way, when you reach certain part of your age now, you don't care what people say, but you can just say whatever you want to say. The president that damn stupid. The president said He said the rumor are nonsense and then stupid. That's what she said. She says the president has denied claims circulating on social media that she donated 15,000 and thousands of bags of cement to help the opposition coalition for democratic change CDC rebuild its headquarters. She said it is a lie. She's on her farm. She's been on her farm for 3 days. She's not in contact with the city. She's been out of touch. Why I would like to support her on what she's saying. For the former president to say 3 days she doesn't know what's going on in the city right next door, I find it hard to believe, but that's what Dr. Peabody, what do you think what the president said?
You know, she had all right to respond to the rumors. She had all right to say that. I think because anything, especially something that you did not do, and somebody say you did it, it really gets you upset and gets you frustrated. But equally so, the CDC official did not. It was not something official from CDC. CDC did not come up to say that. It was just somebody writing something on social media, and it spread like wildfire to give them the credit. So President Sadi was right to defend herself, say that they're damn stupid. You know, she was right to say that. But but again, that it was not CDC. It did not come from CDC. You know, I want to give CDC the credit on that. It did not come from them. It was somebody who was writing on social media. You know, our people just write all kinds of things on social media, so we cannot blame the CDC government for that. You know, but President Sadi was right to defend herself in the most provoking way. So.
When Myean's ready, you ready, Myean?
I'm coming. We are facing a little difficulty with the internet.
Okay. Okay, we know it requires a lot of effort, but Pewee, I think when you were in flight, you or when you were on your way to the studio or signing on, you listened to the video from the president, the former president. It was comical, but I mean, she had to do what she had to do, and she said, "I don't want you to alter what I'm saying. Say it exactly what I say. They are damn lie and they're stupid." I said, you know what? When you reach certain part of your life, you are, you know, you have achieved everything. You don't care for what people say. That you just say what you think. You are muted. You are muted.
Absolutely, absolutely. And she had reached the zenith of her life. She's pushing to her 90s. I think a couple of years, 3-4 years from now, she's going to be hitting 90, if you will. This October is making her 87 years old. Yeah. This October, the 29th of October, next month is going to make her 87 years of age. She's accomplished everything that every human being will want to do on life, right? She served as Minister of Finance of Liberia, worked with a lot of multilateral institutions in Nairobi, in Washington, D.C., and in Abidjan with the African Development Bank. And then she came back and served as the two-term president of Liberia. And then she worked with, as I said, a lot of multilateral institutions and met great world leaders.
When you're ready, you can just let me know.
Yeah, go ahead. Before Dr. Internet goes out.
Okay, we have with us former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Welcome, Madam President. It is being spread on social media in quite a viral way that you allegedly are giving some support to the opposition CDC in terms of both financial and material, $15,000 and some 1,000 bags of cement for their new headquarters project. Is this information true or not?
Julius, I'm glad you said allegedly. I am here on the farm, been here for 3 days, didn't even know what's going on in the city. But let me say this in response. Those people who put this crap, this nonsense on social media, they must just love my name. They must just love me and can't keep their mouth off me. And what they have just said is damn stupid. Anybody who put that crap out there, I say they are damn stupid. Please repeat it for me and put it just like I say it. Put it there in the media. Let everybody hear it exactly what it is. then maybe they will stop these damn lies. Thank you, Julius, for calling me. Please, just tell it. Let everybody hear it well, okay?
Okay, but did they ever reach out? I mean, the CDC, have they ever reached out to you for support also?
Never. No CDC person has reached me on no support. They have no reason to call me for support. I'm busy with my things I do, with my center, things I do with my farm. I'm out of that damn politics. That's why the politics here is so terrible, because it's so sensational. You know, and it just makes people so tired. People want to do the good things for the country. You want to promote the good part of the country. You want to be supportive to all the agencies of government. You want to support the president in everything he does if it's in the interest of the country. And every day somebody come up with some nonsense or the other. It's so doggone sickening. I just wish Liberian people would just get to work. They're so bored with laziness now they can't work.
Okay.
I'm so tired of it. Put it any way you want to put it to you. Just tell it the way it is. Let them know exactly how I feel.
Okay. Thanks so kindly, Madam President.
Yeah, just tell them. I'm working so hard. All they do is creating problems with people, creating tension in the country, trying to divide people when we're trying to promote reconciliation. And they're creating all kinds of things to cause trouble. All right, Julius, you got my answer, yeah. Put it on everywhere you want to put it on. Put it all over the country. Put it on social media. Put it on Facebook. Put it on Instagram. Put it everywhere you want to put it.
Okay, Madam President. Thanks so kindly.
Thank you.
And I was saying something, right? And this is the woman, and I said to you, she've accomplished everything.
Yeah.
Every human being will pray for, that we may not even reach half of what she, or inch, or quarter of what she achieved. She's signing this way now, sending the caveat out. You know what she said? We are damn lazy. That's why we focus on Miss and Daisy from Indian life. No one to go to work. And that's why our country is backward. Because someone just sat down to think because they want to do things. And we also, because we lazy, we follow that stupid thing to the person put out. It's a damn stupid thing. I will follow her to say also. It's stupid. Why would a woman go give a 15? I mean, they just try to do things. Listen, and anybody I was advised, I would say this to them. That woman lived a very extraordinary life. She built for herself the connections that millions of Liberians will wish for. She's well connected individually in terms of she's among, there was a time she's among the first 100 influential women around the globe. Not Africa, around the world. She's a Nobel Prize winner. She won the Abraham, how do you call it? The More Abraham Award.
Mm-hmm.
She, during the virus, the World Health Organization appointed her as one of the special ambassador and all these things. She cut across global leader. You saw the way Obama referred to her. Obama referred her as a role model. So Kamala Harris, Hillary Clinton, George Bush,
Madam Bush.
Yeah, Madam Bush and all those people across the world. Obasanjo referred to her as imagine, I don't know if you think the great Obasanjo, a great African writer. So listen, this woman connected our country. The only thing we can do now, Jerome, is to tap into her influence, tap into her legacy, tap into why she's still alive to ensure that some of the connectivity and all of things she can still bring it back to the country. But these are negative, stupid propaganda coming from the Unity Party folks. Stupid, negative propaganda coming from the Unity Party guys. We know where this is coming from. It's just stupid on their part. And they should not even dare try to hit on her. She can pull the plugs. This MCC thing is pushing behind. You don't want to attack Madam Salif. She can pull the plugs. You don't want to do that. These are illustrious women that have contributed significantly towards Liberia Forward March. And I respect her a lot. She got a lot of respect in terms of great recognition in terms of international things. Her rapprochement she brings to bear is huge. It's nothing for anyone to march up. So if you got anything to do, you want to run your propaganda That's what she said. She focused on her farm, doing her international thing. She focused on that. I mean, we need to stop this. And that point, I will hope you have to begin to play a one more year. We need to go to work. That's why the country, the country not working yet. That place that might take away. That's it. That's why the country not going nowhere. Nobody want to go to work. That's why we lazy. We follow the lazy, mis and disinformation. If we stop following this lazy disinformation, probably will not start thinking outside the box to move the country forward. The people that are failing to govern the country now. Inflation is high. Prices skyrocketing. The rates high. They don't want to focus on that. They want to bring destruction. And part of the destruction is to accuse the former president that even did a lot more for the country. To say the former president gave 15,000 with 100 bag or 1,000 bag of cement. Total nonsense that we don't have to even encourage.
Yep, Dr. Peabody. The Oma what I'm playing today.
Yeah, Mr. Gayman, you know exactly what Sylvester said. You know, Sylvester kind of summed up the right way. You know, somebody who is more than stupid want to run competition. You know, there's nothing wrong with CDC being evicted. CDC have moved on. The situation is over. They have embarked on building a new headquarters. It's fine. Unity Party was there too. They got evicted from that place. So there's nothing wrong with somebody being evicted. But the fact that you want to run a company. Okay, I'm back. The fact that you want to just prove something to somebody, and that's the problem we have in that country. You must prove something to somebody. You can move on. Don't worry about what people say and keep it going. But for Liberia, they must prove something. Oh, we did this. That's why you have all this confusion. If Unity Party come up and complete a project, oh, we want to prove something that it started with this government, or it started with this other government, it started with other government. That's the problem we have in our country. Our people believe they just believe in the kind of negative competition, very negative competition. Even if they don't have it, they want to force this kind of competition. That's why the stupid, as President Salih said, is a very stupid person went online, wrote that thing, tarnishing the CDC and President Salih. Reputation of President Salih, she said that nobody from CDC ever reached out to her to ask for help or anything like that. All right. Somebody just wanted to prove something to the Unity Party and jump on and wrote something online and say, oh, President Salih gave us $15,000 for our new headquarters. Why would you lie on the president like that? Why would you do something like that? We are very unserious. She was right. Our people are very, very lazy. Don't forgive me, I was in Liberia. My friends will always tell me, bring us some souvenir from Liberia. So me, I walk around. I can't even find a very good souvenir from Liberia. Simple things that people can put together, a little art, something, an artwork and get it. You got to go all over the country just to find nice art that represents Liberia. Whereby in other countries like Ghana, you just walk to the art center, you see hundreds of thousands of different kind of arts and stuff like that. Let our people get serious with doing things and stop writing these nonsense on Facebook that make them feel that they're in competition with somebody or they're educated than somebody. We always want to prove to somebody that we got the best, that we educated than them, we are more than this and more than that. You know, sometimes let people see your output. Let people see who you are. Then they will know the kind of person you are. But all day, it's like you're in a competition. That's all the people fight for in Liberia, that they are in a competition. Stupid competition. Not even something that is promotional, not something that is helping, but this kind of stupid competition. You want to run neck to neck with this other person and do things. I think President Salih was right. They are very lazy. For them to find something to do, they rather sit there on social media. That the politics will feed them, that the politics will give them jobs, that politics will give them education to lie on people. She was right. I think I support President Salih's statement.
Great. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, Tuesday, September the 2nd, we are going to be hosting Mr. Ahmed Sharif. He is the organizing chairperson of the PAP. That's the charge. The South Joseph folks will be here tomorrow. It's going to be a great one. Dr. Peabody, hopefully you have the time to tune in so we can actually grill the PAP and see what they are all about. PAP tomorrow. Guys, tune in.
Yeah, but I can tell you. But you know what, Mr. Gayman? I can tell you that I just saw a little gist of PAP in Liberia. I mean, they did not play. I just saw a gist. And boy, it looked like we're going to have a rough ride during the 2029 election. We got CMC and you got the PAP coming up now. Game. I mean, we'll see what happens. But I tell you, the PAP, they're not playing. I saw one or two stuff from them. And I'm like, oh my goodness, it's not easy. It's not a joke. You know, so interesting. It'll be interesting to see. Very interesting to see.
Okay. Before I go to Honorable Pewee, I'm trying to do something special for next week. We want to talk about the Divine Nine. If you are Liberian and you don't know what a Divine Nine is, I think Dr. Howard Jones and the rest of the educators, the Divine Nine, those are the Black sororities and fraternities of the United States, great organizations. I know a lot of AKAs. I've sit on several boards and they are dominated by AKAs. And my girls, they are all precious pearls. So they were ready, and the next step is going to be an AKA. The chairman of my board of directors, she's an AKA. The chair of my math department, she's an AKA. The chair of our reading department is an AKA. But I also have some deltas here. So the Divine Nine is a group or conglomerate of Black sororities and fraternities that I'm trying to bring on next week, even if it's one or two a day.
Genius trick with bread.
So we can educate ourselves onto the Divine Nine. The closing argument is not just about gossip and politics. It's about education, enlightenment. The Alpha Psi, Alpha Phi, Alpha fraternities, the oldest, incorporated in 1906. Alpha Kappa, Alpha sorority, aka 1908. Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity, they came in 1911. Omega Phi fraternity, they came in also 1911. Delta Sigma, the Delta Sigma Tau sorority came in 1913. Phi Beta Sigma fraternity, they came in 1914. Zeta Phi Beta sorority, they came in 1920. Sigma Gamma Rho, that's my church sister, they came in 1922. And then we got Iota Phi Theta fraternity, is the youngest of the group. They came in 1963. And most of these fraternities and sororities were formed at Harvard University in Washington, D.C. Out of the 9, I think they had 5 of these fraternities and sororities that came out of Howard. And we are going to talk about the Divine Nine. These are organizations that groom men and women for leadership. In any endeavor, wherever you see the AKAs, they are at the top of the food chain. They will eat your lunch. I'm not siding with them here because I don't want to be biased. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. But the Divine Nine, I'm working with them to come out here and teach us about what is it that we need to do to be citizens of the world. Alpha Psi, Alpha Phi, Alpha Fraternity, the Alpha Men. They will be here to tell us about the men of tomorrow. That is their junior league, their junior team. They make great men. The Divine Nine. So get ready. Dr. Howard Jones, you need to come out here and talk to us. You're going to have a couple of AKAs on here. They're going to be in the pink and green, and they don't play. I know you guys don't play. So we're going to be tomorrow. We're going to have the PAP folks here. Some folks are saying PAP is a front set up by the Unity Party to blunt the CMC. We'll see. So is PAP the junior team for the Unity Party? That's what some people say. We'll see. So let's go to Honorable Pewee. Tomorrow we are going to be having the PAP. They're going to be here tomorrow. Some people are saying, I'm getting texts from folks that are saying PAP is just an extension of the Unity Party to blunt CMC. So basically, PAP is the junior team for the Unity Party. Before the men come on tomorrow, let you hear more a little bit. What do you think about the PAP? You are muted.
For me, I'm a kind of I'm a constitutionalist, and I believe in the Constitution. I'm one of those that believe the Constitution mandate us or asks us to move about and exercise our political will. And so the will to come and establish political party, we have to. Every individual in the country, we have to go. Like the CMC came out, the broad CMC. Listen, I wouldn't have a problem with the proliferation of political institutions. I don't have a problem with that because it will thin the laws of our country. So that wait and see what they have for us in stock. I'm hearing that there's a political party. I briefly spoke to Sir Joseph the last time, and what he indicated to me was that he's not going to be the political leader of the, how you call it again?
PAP.
The PAP. The PAP is going to be where folks going to come and they will align want to see the alignment first and foremost and see how they're going to do. Then they will decide the party do games team. They will not decide how the way forward, how they're moving on and the rest of that. So listen, eventually we're going to have a lot of other political parties. Certain when elections are nearing, what we see in our country is that we see the establishment of new political parties. And it is intended sometimes to be part of the decision-making process in the country, so that they will situate themselves in the way that they can be given some opportunity to be inculcated within the political space, if you will. Now, and some of these political parties will lost immediately after election or before elections. They may even dissipate. They will merge with other bigger political institutions. And the reason why they do that, those that are forming the party are doing it for some political reasons. So with the formation of this new political party, I'm seeing that we're hearing a lot of great things that they want to bring some improvement. It won't be. I mean, and the problem about it now in the country that I'm observing, Jerome, is this a serious thing. I'm looking at working on something on this very soon. Imagine if all the recent established political parties start building bridges, building schools, the government will not have the job to do now. Government will have the job to do because I'm hearing also CMC is involved doing some intervention to bridges and other things. The new political party said they're going to do massive development.
Good.
Right? Yeah, massive development. So I wouldn't know. I'm here sitting, trying to wonder now as to if they did those things, then they will help the government a lot. So maybe I will start to establish my own political party tomorrow too, and just say, and I will move in Buchanan and just dress the sea out of Buchanan a little bit.
That's right.
I will push the sea backward. The Chinese there, I will push the sea, and that's what my party going to do, right? I'm going to push I will tell the people of Grand Bassa County, give me Buchanan, I will push the Atlantic Ocean distant from Buchanan and the rest of it. But the establishment of, I would think, now it is their right to do. That's why I say I'm a constitutionalist. I'm not against that. But if you have to engage my personal thinking, I would think it is important that we narrow down at least the political parties in Liberia to at least 3 or 4 major political parties. If we cannot have 2, I know we'll never have 2, only 2, but if we can consider the facts and we're tightening the laws a little bit to establish political party be a little difficult. It will be, but to establish political party as per the laws of our constitution, so we can do some amendment, you just have to have the 500 signature. You need to have a party headquarters. You need to have this, and you have that. Boom, bingo, you're good to go. So it's not a difficult thing to do, right? But with the situation currently unfolding in the country, and seeing people establishing, and particularly most of those that are establishing political parties are people that got some connections and will come and establish a political party. What do we see going to happen tomorrow? We'll wait and see. But it's the right to establish these things. But the party, what I'm hearing, the same with the CMC. Most of the lawmakers, some of them are joining the CMC now. They're joining this, they're joining that. Other people are going to join the new party and the rest of that. But we do still have our 2 major traditional parties for that that been doing well in the past from 2005. Unity Party went 12 years. CDC came and went 6 years. So Unity Party back again for the next 6 years. We don't know what's going to happen. I'm convinced that we needed to ensure that the appropriate forces align, and we don't have to have one person. Listen, and I'm not saying they ought to no line. No one political party can win election straightforward in Liberia. We have not seen that. The only person that did that was Charles Gange Taylor. Charles Gange Taylor was the only person that broke that record. And since then, probably he will have to come back and break his own record again. And I don't see that possibility. So I don't see that now. Nobody. No one political party, even the most popular human being now in Liberia, former President George Weah himself, having won election all by himself. You need some level of collaboration. The last election he won, there was this
NPP.
That collaboration was NPP and the former Speaker Party, right? So the CDC won election recently. I mean, the Unity Party won again, the same thing. So trust me, if you hear CMC cannot just come and say they will stand and win elections in Liberia all by herself. So that's why the necessary forces align is very important. But people, you see, Liberia politicians sometimes they don't listen to those that want to be realistic and committed to telling them the truth and trying to do the right. They listen to other sycophants and people that are distant from the politics and other line. And other than that, we're going to have problems, and that's one of the reasons. But the new political formations, that's going to be the trend. I trust me. Beyond this new party, that's why Joseph and the rest of the folks trying to bring together, I'm seeing probably between the next now and then maybe in the next 10 political parties coming up again, new political parties. I will hope between 5 to 10 we're going to see that. But yeah, but Joseph and his folks, they're intentional. Again, is this going to be an extended auxiliary of the Unity Party? We don't know. Joseph is telling me no, it's not going to be. Is this going to be a way to just kind of know this movement is intended to amalgamate? Is the process of amalgamating the necessary forces that will align in the appropriate faction to dethrone the current leadership of the country. So let's wait and see what's going to happen. But I'm focusing on the signal.
Great. Let me go to the studio. Myean, let me go to you, and then after you, we go to Mr. Masare. Myean, let's look at what's happening on the ground from your perspective, because you wrote a piece today that was being carried from our war room. Talk to us about the piece that you wrote. Is Myean there? Okay, let me go to Masare. Sensei, talk to us about what's trending on the ground.
Okay, am I clear?
Yes.
All right, so 2 trending stories. It began this morning with the Student Unification Party, where they are currently demanding the immediate dismissal of their president on grounds that she's being overpaid, and the University of Liberia is still not up to the standard the student wanted to be. And we later in the evening, around about 4-5, we also saw breaking news from Manasalief. And by 2:30 today, we also covered the CDC, where they had, I can say, a belated press conference. Since August 23rd, they decided now to respond to the invasion that took place August 23rd, where they also clarified that the gun that was allegedly found in their party headquarters does not belong to them, and in fact they are challenging the Liberia National Police to provide further document and evidence to prove that the gun that was found in their party headquarters actually belongs to them. And we also listened to the CMC youth chairman, Kevin Passaway, who also appeared on Punch FM, and he came up with a very robust response to the United Party chairman, Chairman Luther Tappet, when he said that all of the other political party, only CDC and United Party are recognized top political party. The remaining parties are helping frame. The CMC youth chairman made a robust response, stating that they agree that they are helping FREP, but the United Party is they want suffering our people. United Party is the suffering FREP, and so that's just the conversation for the day. For my end, that's what I cover for today.
Great. Is something? Are you okay now?
I'm okay.
Huh?
I'm okay. Like Myean, I think you. I was the one talking.
Oh, okay. Is Myean okay? I think Myean is having problem with his studio, with his audio. Honorable Pewee, the House of Representatives received and accepted communication from the Executive Mansion in response to a request for a temporary suspension of key components of the concession agreement with the Liberian Traffic Management. What is that all about? I was hoping that Myean will throw light on this because he wrote this piece, but it looks like the executive manager is trying to make a deal. Myean, if you can reason with us, please, because you wrote this piece and I want to know.
Myean, he's set up.
Yeah, but it looks like he's frozen or he can't hear us.
Call him off.
Yes, but anyhow, Honorable Pewee.
Yeah.
We got here Weatherspoon attack on Finance Minister Sparks allegation of proxy war for VP Coon. And it says here, Spoon host Stanton Weatherspoon called Finance Minister Augusta Peabody a bold-faced liar over the government $150 minimum wage claim, and attack some political figure now says could be part of a proxy war on behalf of Vice President Jeremiah Coon. Weatherspoon confirmed to the Liberian investigator that he texted the minister after a press briefing last week and told the minister, "You are a bloody liar, man. Are you living in reality?" His outburst came after Garguah declared that no one on central government payroll will make less than $150 a month, the statement said. So this has is blowing up into a serious fireball here between Mr. Weatherspoon and the minister. And now some people are saying Jeremiah Coon has actually taken over Spoon Network, and this is a proxy war that he is now the attack dog against the administration of Joseph Boakai on behalf of Coon in anticipation of 2029.
Yeah, you see, a lot of things, and that's what I'm predicting Now, and this is alleged for now. It's nothing proven to be absolutely true, if you will. But we'll take it from the alleged aspect. The fact that people are now speculating that these are things happening behind the scene is troubling, not only for the current administration, but if it is true that Kong is engaged into those kind of um, sinister meandering behind the scene, he will have to stop doing these things because it will come back to haunt him. He already have Koga that is now trying to be towing his flesh, but you have to first and foremost focus on Koga. Koga is the threat to his re-election bid if everything were to move on. The fact that Koga is saying he's not a bad ball to him, he's trying. You, Koga is very ambitious, and beyond that, Koga and the rest of the folks in him, I believe that he didn't merit his way to be the vice president today and the leader, co-leader of Nima County. And so people like Koga that is up for election in 2032 would be very emboldened to do a lot of things politically. Koga himself now believes sufficiently that he can be a political running mate to somebody. The fact that he's up for 2032 elections. So all the things that are unfolding in Nima County, you have to be a very, very much careful on this. Now, if it is true, the minister of, Stanton is attacking the minister via the behest of the vice president is also troubling for the vice president. That is because this minister of finance is serving at the will and confidence of the will and pleasure of the current president of the Republic of Liberia. The president do get a lot of confidence in him to where he's going to stay on the job till elections. So I don't think you want to direct your misa on the finance minister of the Republic. And again, from behind the same things we're hearing, stand to be corrected allegedly also, that they believe that with this current finance minister being there, he's going to be a horror to a lot of their sinister operations in terms of hoarding, controlling, putting money in for the budget, because here's how they survive that, and that's how they make most of their money. Pull most of the money into the budget and go collect those money through other institutions and then put it into their personal bank account. That's the reason why you see most of the guys today to where they are. So this minister, is he going to allow that to happen? Is he going to play ball? The information we're receiving is not inclined to do that. So it's part of the reason why they're trying to push to remove him as the Minister of Finance. You know, he got, the Finance Minister got two of his men that he deployed in the Ministry of Finance, the Deputy for the Principal Director for Fiscal Affairs and the Economic, they are all Libyans, right? They got deployed. And then, so it's a kind of a system that we have currently that if care is not taken is going to degenerate into total chaos that if the president cannot manage will come to haunt them for the election. So, but if it's true, Stanton is saying, see, most of these things Stanton can sometimes come out and say they are all unfounded, right? These are outlandish accusations that will come from someone that basically got no iota. For me, I like to listen to people and respect them from the basis of the facts that they provide in terms of a particular thing. If you're to accuse one of this, but you just come blatantly and accuse someone with no iota of evidence whatsoever, I don't subscribe to that, and that's why I respect people. I would disagree with you if I know you try to push certain informations that are unfounded, that is factually inaccurate, if you will, and then we try to move to hit the facts. But I listened to the finance minister myself on this issue. Just the last time we received some calls that there are folks, like he said before he inherited the ministry, there was small trunk of small, and he was very careful in that word, small trunk of civil servants that were that were making under that amount. Now he's saying currently that there's nobody. Now to call to say that as a bloody lie, we are trying to counter check the facts. You have to counter check the facts. But when you have and just a to see if he's saying what he's saying, they are blatant lies or bloody lie, if you will. But I respect this Minister of Finance. He's a respectable individual on a serious note. There are difficult times. There's a very tight fiscal space we have in the country. And everything is dependent on this one tax space. And then to be a finance minister at the time, you have to be very innovative, very talented and think outside the box and multitask to see how best we can operate in this space. And that's one of the reasons why when he was appointed as the Minister of Finance of our country, I was at ease, right? Because I thought that he got the bullet puppet to do the job, coming as former budget bust, former finance minister, former foreign minister, so from terms of economic diplomacy, he come with the great expertise for former foreign minister for almost 4 years. So if he would find it difficult, it's troubling. It's a troubling sign for this government. Is he find it because the macroeconomic space, macroeconomic stability, it's a tough time the country is faced with now. If all the former finance minister, the former foreign minister, the former budget chief is struggling to get the country on course, I'm a little bit concerned that if we get into next year this way at this time, I think it's going to be an irreversible situation. That
Great.
the election is going to be a very difficult thing.
Wait, let me go to Dr. Peabody. Spoon was quoting facts. He says he took the finance minister to task. The finance minister said, "On my watch, this government, nobody is going to go home with less than $150 a month." And then last week, Martin Colley posted some salaries of LGEA people bringing home $71, $69, $81. And Spoon is telling this man, you are a liar. You said in January that nobody was going to go home with less than $150. And here are the pay stubs. People are here. And here you are talking about shortfalls, recast. So I think Stanton got a point on this one.
Am I still there?
No, I'm talking to Dr. Peabody. If you can hear me.
Okay. Yeah. Quickly. I'm not saying that Stanton didn't have a point. That's what I said. I just sometimes he says some outlandish things, right? But for this one, we should counter check the facts and try to come with your facts. But now to come and say someone is a bloody liar without countering that with a fact, then we won't take you serious. So that's my point. So if we still believe that there are folks, the minister came out, he's the minister of finance. He should have all the numbers. If he's saying to us that there's no one currently in the CSA that's getting on 150, just come and say, okay, they did
that. Mr. Martin Colley posted the salaries of several people, especially from the LGEA.
Okay, what is that salary current?
Yes, $71.
LDEA also, and see, we all, and I'll spend some time for the GC, the LDEA issue also. Most of those on the LDEA we have, they are not civil 7. Now, so the minister spoke strategically. We have to be mindful to know these are folks that are being compensated by the LDEA that are not fully employed. They don't have full employment. And the Minister of Finance spoke of those that are fully employed with the CSA, recognized with the CSA, on the CSA's pact that going through all of those different sort of pay grade and the rest of that. So the structure of the pay grade, who fall in this bracket. So the Minister of Finance was talking about those that are duly hired with the government via the CSA account. Now, if there's coming to counter that, with those that are being compensated by the LDA, then you'll be wrong. And the minister got it right. So that's what I said. We need to be a little bit structured in terms of how we intend to attack the Minister of Finance, or in that we just slip and give some positions that are totally inaccurate, and then against what the minister is saying. So we have to find out if they are TSA people. But I can say for the record fact here that those for the DEA and Jerome quickly before people are coming, they are not employed with the CSA. They've been compensated.
Well, we don't know. Dr. Peabody, they published the payroll of the LGEA, and there were a lot of people there making $71, $79. So they are taking Martin Colley and the rest of the guys who got the paper, who been digging up these papers, saying the finance minister is in the wrong. He has not been telling the truth, as evidenced by the budget shortfalls and the recast and the another request for a second recast in less than 8 months.
You know, look, Mr. Gayman, cannot confirm or deny those information. I would let our team to do due diligence, like the Post and Acumen Guy reporter in Liberia, to come up and present this thing, so we can just dig a little deeper. If it's true, I think it's wrong. That's why you see these people can't really fight drugs, because it is wrong to even pay somebody $71 and expect them to work, pay their way to work, and common stuff like that. But I want to do a little bit of fact checking, do our due diligence before we really get on there. I know there are papers circulating, but you saw how the people lie on President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf today. You saw how they came up and say she gave $15,000 and appeared very credible, until President Sirleaf had to come and refute that. So I think we need to dig a little deeper and try to get our due diligence. Still crazy, acting crazy, but before Mr. Gayman, let's do this breaking news. The appointment that President Sirleaf just gave. President Bouakai just made in government, appointing Madam Fatima Bilete Binu Sirleaf, the Deputy Minister of Urban Affairs at the Minister of Internal Affairs, appointing Mr. Dete Mr. Jala Keshali, Executive Director of the Government Commission. I hope you guys hear me. Mr. Gayman, you can read out again. My internet been giving a lot of problems, but I think what you said. Let's dig a little deeper and see what the Minister of Finance is saying is truth or not, because rumors can really fly like a bird in that country. So I think we need to do a little bit of due diligence, and get that fact. That's my point here. Sorry, my internet just off and on. Africa,
Okay, Masare. Myean, are you hearing us?
Yes, I'm hearing you now.
Okay.
I was doing some editing in the back, so I wasn't paying attention. That's why.
Okay. Dr. Peabody just read a breaking news from the ground. Are you familiar with the breaking news?
You hear me?
Yes. Are you hearing us?
Yeah, I'm hearing you too.
What is the breaking news on the ground?
Okay, so the people I just read, I just sent it to you also. We have this information just from the executive mansion within less than 30 minutes. We received this information about additional members that have been appointed by the president. So they will be sent to the Senate for confirmation. So we have the Ministry of Internal Affairs. We have 3 names that were nominated. We have Madam Fatouma Benu Sherif, Deputy Minister for Urban Affairs, and we also have Mr. David and Harvard, Assistant Minister, for Administration at the Ministry of Internal Affairs, and we have Mr. Thomas Fala, Commissioner for the that's a term within this local area.
It's called one administrative district.
One administrative district for district. They got one quality, they got one for your thing.
So we also have one person from the government commissioner, where we have Mr. Jala Kesedi, Executive Director. That's the name that were posted out from the executive mansion. So we have 4 names that were shortlisted from the executive mansion. So hopefully they will go for confirmation from the Senate, and when they are confirmed, they will be able to start officially anytime sooner. So these are the names that we have received so far. So people will say the president will be appointing until election time comes, 2029. Yeah, so we'll keep receiving appointment. Likewise, the same thing happened the former regime, the former president George Manuel regime. We have people named coming up to the time we saw that election was closer. Like we have 1 year to election time, we saw names coming up. Even 6 months to the election, we saw names coming up. So that's how we'll be seeing it until we see the election. Like I think Samson called me. Samson was informing me about the story that I sent you from
Yes.
the House of Representatives and that of the Executive Mansion. So basically, we've been following the information about this the traffic management, the Liberia traffic management. So when the motorcyclists and that of the taxi driver, when they send their petition to the House of Representatives, and then they accepted it, which of course they had a committee set up for it, and then they vote the executive so that the executive can see how best they can be able to view it. Because before this LTA could start active work, it was the executive who approved of them before they would start work. So because of that, they wrote a communication to the executive for viewing so that they can be able to see it. So in this process, the executive accepted it, and then they send their response to them. So hopefully the House of Representatives will see our best to come back. That same committee that was set up to review this, they will come back to view it and then come out to the public, come out to the Liberian people, most especially the taxi driver, to give them their official response, whether they will accept the Ministry of Transport to be able to give driver licenses or to be able to issue license plates to the drivers and see how best they can be able to handle all the issues related to the Ministry of Transport and that of the LTA. So this issue, the Ministry of Transport is still in court. Like we heard about them. They're in the Ministry of that's the Ministry of Transport and the Liberia Traffic Management. They have the issue in between. So hopefully they will settle this issue, and then the House of Representatives will come up with their official response from the executive, and then they will come up with one agreement and then bring it out to the public. That's why.
Thank you. On the other hand, it said Biago says tough tone at LDA's interim leadership hold first meeting. Before we go to the line, I know we got a few minutes to go here. It said the newly appointed officer in charge of the Liberian Drug Enforcement Agency, LDA, Deputy Commissioner of Police, Fitzgerald Biago, has convened his first high-level meeting with operational administrative heads, signaling a no-nonsense approach to discipline, accountability, and professionalism. Flanked by his deputy, CDP Baggio expressed gratitude to President Joseph Boakai for the confidence reposed in him and the new leadership team. He assured that his administration will prosecute the war on drugs with an aggressive, uncompromising, and coordinated approach, promising that the agency's mandate will be carried out without fear or favor. Honorable Pewee, we've been discussing this. This man is coming out here with this bravado, this machismo type of leadership. And we have said it, doesn't matter who goes there, as long as you do not have the funding, the budgetary support, you can be Houdini. You can't get out of this thing. I don't care what you do. It boils down to funding. There is no money put into that budget. You can scream all you want. It wouldn't give the guys who are in Bum County that have no motorbike, they got no car, they got nothing. They are chasing drug dealers on foot. You can say all you want to say. Without the support, this agency is not going anywhere until the president put the kind of money that they need in this thing. Your take on this?
You know, and I'm going to agree with you more on this. Listen, so, and those that are around the president that will go talk to him about security, I think some other just tried to even get into a study about it in recent recent years. Maybe basically more inclined than solving the problem about security minutes we have. Those that I see, the kind of Caesar battle that is going, or Caesar reshuffle that is going, or tactics that is unfolding in the DEA in terms of leadership, it's being carried out by selfish folks that are close to the president, that got some proximity to the president in terms of security. Now, all of those that are even pushed, those that are removed recently. Now, I can understand the reason, the first team they got rid of, the reason why they got rid of that team. And we call on the president to take action before he took the decision. It is understandable why he did that, because the team there, they were just a loggerhead and being very belligerent with one another. You wouldn't want the kind of a leadership of the LDA on a president that is democratically elected. Even the president that is not democratically elected wouldn't take that nonsense. We commended him for that. This current leadership, you remove them and brought folks that most of them got questionable reputation in the Liberia National Police. Questionable reputation. Most of them have been very deeply corrupt in the Liberia National Police and other areas. You bring them to spearhead this. Now, leave it. It's not my business. Now, if the president is serious that he came to rescue the country, and the rescue side of things is to ensure that part of the rescue side is to stop the drug crisis we have in the country, the president will also be serious to take some administrative decision, a major policy framework decision that will go a long way in trying to stem this thing. Now, one of the things you're going to do is the recent budget you said. The LDA is grossly underfunded. You cannot have an underfunded institution that you expect, even the interim team, what are they going to do there? They're just going to go morale. As you said, it will go a lot of things. It will come massive talk and all these things. Nothing going to happen. The country is in our term, or in other country, it's a small country, but our term, the country is big to 15 counties. You have Maryland detachment, you got the bomb detachment, the bombing detachment, the Lofa detachment, the Nima detachment, the Kitman detachment, the Grand Crew detachment, the Sando detachment, the Rosa detachment, the Grand Bassa detachment, the Raji detachment, the Grand Jida detachment, and the Magibi detachment. These are 15 I just called just now to you. And that the last one was the Boporu, we can call bombing, the Boporu detachment, if you will. You have no support. You listened to Mr. Ability the last time on this platform, saying the police detachment, I don't know if that is true, is dropping the police detachment of the Liberia National Police in Nimakante got less than 1 and 2 vehicles, or less than 3 vehicles. A huge county like Nima. I was just in Zozo the last time, Lofa County. It's evident also that the police is deeply underfunded. The Liberian National Police, the first line of contact of the justice system. So how you expect of the DEA? So we need to have a comprehensive discussion. If the president, and that's why I said no one can fight that process but the president of Liberia. If the president so determined to engage and solve this problem, or try to curb it or stem it, the president can do that by just instructing his Minister of Finance, increasing the budget. Then you appoint someone that with you have your confidence, and someone that you will really trust, that's impeccable in terms of his character, that exhibit moral character, moral judgment, that will spearhead the institution and make sure resources that are given is accounted for, and personnel that are deployed are accounted for in terms of their moral character. And then you start to build intelligence. The intelligence coverage will have to be consistent with the way you want to do things. So deploy those that will have to deploy, and then you allow the NSA now to provide help to the DEA in different part of the country, like all those other counties in the country. You will see drastic changes, Jerome. And then you talk to the Minister of Finance. Now that the Finance Minister said there's no one getting on this. Now, what is the personnel listing of the DEA? They say, okay, out of the DEA, we have around 500, as the former guy said the last time. Out of the 500, we have only around 150 that are duly trained that went through the police academy to have training. Now, what's the intent to beef up this number and give them the appropriate necessary training regimentation that they will have? And you do re-vetting of these people, vet them, deploy some mechanism that will also send it so all of them can go through the drugs test. Try to ask your partner, ask the U.S. Embassy in the Capital Monrovia there. They will give you some assistance. You run tests on all those people. Those that you know that have been taking drugs, you pull them out. We immediately dismiss them. Then you initiate a new hiring spree that will also, part of the criteria of that hiring, they will have to go through their drugs test. I've been here, all the time I've been here, the brief time I've spent in this country, consistently been here almost 5 years now, since I left 2021. I've been places to get a job, I have to go do the drug test. And they will know if you have been taking drugs, they will determine that. If that can be the case, it's a country. It's not an area, it's a country. We can find money and put in the budget, particularly those that are working with the DEA, those officers. And then when you put that in the Liberia National Police, because these are areas we need people to follow proper regimentation. If they are well regimented and follow the rule of engagement, and then you start to recruit, you can hire like 500 strong men for the DEA, 500 men for the DEA, train them appropriately, pay them good money. I think they can try to pay them reasonably. Not good money because you don't have people to pay them.
Well,
at least reasonably. At least
a
DEA officer getting $400 to $500 a month. That's good.
Good.
You motivate them and you incentivize them by that, they will move to fight. Other than that, the whole thing here, trust me, we'll go through the one again. They will say they will name me. But the people in the interim team themselves being very corrupt in the Liberia National Police.
Yep. Dr. Peabody, the new guy is talking tough. I didn't hear him say we're gonna buy 15 trucks, one for each county. The folks in Bond County that are walking on foot, we're gonna give them a car. Recently,
no. There's a plan for the president. Have already instructed they're giving them 15 brand new pickups.
Well, but it's not there yet. That's pie in the sky.
The former deputy announced that the pickup should be ready anytime because it was almost to the port.
Good.
Yeah, the president
when it gets here, we will see it. But Meta still just felt sorry for us in Grand Bassa and donated a pickup truck. Can you imagine the second capital, Buchanan? Meta still had to feel sorry for us and gave the police a pickup truck.
It's bad. It's bad.
Hey, man. Dr. Peabody, how I mean, the police that protect you have no car, but you're making 20,000, you're going on these trips, you're spending so much money on dinners and pageantry and all that. And the basic necessity of the security of the state is left undone.
But look, Mr. Gilman, the president pro tem of the Senate is from Grand Bassa County, out of Yomdi Kanga.
Yep. And
she sit in a very lucrative area. She sit in a very influential area where she could really pull strings for Buchanan. And you have the police that should provide protection to that whole city. Being given a one pickup truck by a multi-billion-dollar company. What happened to the county development funds? I mean, how do you expect people to fight crime in places like Buchanan, other places, when the police only have one truck? Buchanan, Grand Bassa is a very, very big county. You expect every district in that area police to have at least a pickup truck, a couple of motorbikes that will really fight corruption. But they're not ready yet. They're not serious yet. More people will be killed. More drugs will come into that country. Because look at LDA. You can't even deal with drugs in Monrovia. Then what do you think about other counties? What do you think about other counties? The LDA staff, underpaid, they don't even have car. So if there's drugs somewhere, how they going to arrest people with drugs and things like that? I think we are playing. We are joking. If the president is really serious, like Sylvester said, you won't appoint people somewhere with such a questionable reputation. The EPA, the director of EPS, Mr. Sam Gay, could be a perfect candidate for that position. Why are you carrying to the executive mansion guy? This man was EPA, worked for the U.S. government as a drug enforcement officer in Nigeria and other parts of Africa. He knows the inner connection of the different drugs that come through West Africa and other places. Why don't put him there to head that department and to bring changes? This guy has worked on an international level. Why are you putting him to be the executive protection, EPS, to be the one in charge of EPS? I think it's a misplacement here of people. And if you want something serious, a good result to come out of that, you appoint qualified people who really able to do the job. Not question about people. The people he put in there now from the police, I don't know what experience they have in fighting drugs in our country. I just don't think they have experience. I think they really qualify to deal with such a complex situation. It's bad for the country, but it's shame for Bassa too. When you have the president pro tem of the Senate for your county, she can't even negotiate with Mitasuti and other areas to provide 10 or 15, 20 trucks for the police. What a disgrace of our public officials. What a disgrace. It's a shame.
Absolutely. Myean, can we open the line for a few minutes while you're here? I know within the next 15 minutes we'll be done. Let's open the line.
Yes. So if you want to make your contribution, you can put your cost in 0777 649986 plus 231 649986. So we also have our other number here. So Sassy, you can just read yours from Kia Radio there.
Ooh.
I think Sassy put his mic on.
Kia Radio, your mic. Okay, Myean, let's go.
Okay, 0777 649986, and we also have 0777 969959 0777 969959. Let's take our first caller who's on the line. Hello, caller. Name, what do you call from?
Actually, when it comes to the PE aspect, why is it that you got professional officers that are well qualified to be director, to be operation, to be someone to then people, the government, the president, taking people from outside, breathing within themselves. I'm talking about phone program clinic. I'm talking about money making area. You're talking about drug, you compare and go for against. You can't say that we just people have the Jabata, the whole system, people, they do anything they want to do. You put out 2% of people to make money out of it, it's very game. They are police for God's sake. There's no police who can do it. There's a drug matter. And clearly should have put no drugs in the first place. I put their police people, they don't know nothing about drugs outside. So tell me about the show.
Okay. So 0777 649986. 0777 649986. So we also have for Kia Radio is 0777 969959 0777 649986. So whatever you're watching us live from, if you're watching from the diaspora, you can put your cost in 0777 649986 0777 649986. So for Kia readers, 0777 969959 are the numbers to call tonight. So let me see where we can pick up this next call. Hello, caller. Nime, where do you call from? Yeah, Nime, where do you call from? Okay, make your point.
Yeah, thank you for what you're doing, for the public. What I want to say for the judge today, yeah, three set of group, many set of group are bringing the jobs in the country. You don't get for the domestic, international jobs are coming. We're coming from, different places coming. Yeah, who are the India. You know, Fulani, we just forgetting about them. You see the Lebanese, we just forgetting about them. Those people bringing job, who brought Shisha in the country, and Lebanese people bringing it, just to make money to damage our population. So, and then you see, like the Sorune are both, transporter. When the Nigerians, they are here. All the people there, they are here. We don't just forget about the people there. Easily, you go in, as if I am going in, like in Sorune, who will checkmate me, as if I am going to checkmate me on movement, check on everything. But people can come and enter in the country free and go in any country and live there. They say they are very. The immigration people are working. Immigration TA, police, they need to work together. They need to work together for the job meeting. So thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Okay. So 077764986 plus 231077764986. You can also call us on WhatsApp 077764986. Oh, okay. So I think that's another phone. So for Kia read is 07777 969959. So let's take the next caller. Hello, caller. Yeah, Nima, where do you call from? Stay away from my monitor. Okay, make your point.
My dear brother, the job is a rest for all of them. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. 077764986 077764986. Let's take this next call. Hello, caller. Stay away from my monitor. Wow, we cannot do this. 077764986. We also have for Kia readers 07777 969959 07777 969959. Something if you have a call there, you can just let me know. Then we bring you over. But your background is terrible, something you need to work on it quickly. So 077764986 07777649986. So we have roughly about 4 minutes to go off on Truth FM. We have roughly about 4 minutes to leave Truth FM. Hello, caller.
How you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm okay. Your name and where do you call from?
I'm Energy Global calling from Kehleboe.
Okay, make your point.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say about the job in the country, the people are not serious. They try to play phone off. If the government was serious about the job in it, they are running behind the children that will be taking the job. But they are not the ones that is going to be running behind. Those that can bring the job into the country. They are the big people that is going to be chasing baton or they are playing phone.
Okay, so how do you see the new interim leadership at the LDA?
We're watching to see. Yeah, we're watching to see their effort.
Okay, thank you. 077764986 077764986. And we also have someone on the line. Hello, caller.
Hello?
Please stay away from your monitor.
Okay,
Hello?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm okay. Your name and where do you call from?
Yeah, I'm I'm calling from the Masinga.
Okay, make your point.
Okay, let me say this. Welcome the call now, brother. It will be better for me than the last quarter where I left for the job. I think it would be best for me.
Okay.
Because for the fact saying, we're trying to say this thing because if police people there, they're not able to really trust, really to be free. So I'm not saying the reason being BFS was that Boga will be looking at to be appointed for the police setting. It's not very fun. Look at the military, look at the Boga. That look here, appointed to the president, they have to do something for the country. We're looking at because saying here from that EPS that we're looking at in behavior is something working all the EPS guys said what the job administration. Now, if you look at all the EPS and personnel, they are off the street, no liquor drinking, nothing about saying it will come to your post and see your apple looking beautiful. You get serious information.
Okay, thank you ever so much.
Okay, guys.
Okay, thank you. Let's take the last caller. Okay, so Mr. Gayman, you can take it from here.
Thank you very much to Truth FM. We'll see you tomorrow. We got about 30 minutes here to wrap up, but let's go to our panelists here. Dr. Peabody, it looks like the drug thing is actually number one on everybody's list. It's actually worse than we think.
It's worse. It's worse, Mr. Gayman. You see the young children in this country, and you see young boys and girls. Unfortunately, we don't have a solution yet. There's no solution. The government did not have a solution. The government came, President Buhari came to power, taking drug tests. The vice president was taking drug tests. Everybody was taking drug tests. But the people who were suffering, they didn't pay attention. And we've seen that this has become a complete epidemic that is destroying our country. And I don't know. There's no solution right now. And because the thing about fighting drugs, it's not something that you're just going to start with, like, something easy to do and stuff like that. Because the first step, we don't have it. Taking the first step, we don't have it. How many drug and alcohol facilities we have in that country? We don't have. We have good drug and alcohol facilities. We don't have rehabilitation centers and things like that. There is a place that was built for the youth in Bensonville, Bentall. I remember Senator Sargent talking about renovating that place that students could go, people could go there and put experts. There are a lot of trained Liberian experts when it comes to drugs and alcohol. They have a lot of trained Liberians that are trained in that area. In fact, one of my area that I studied at Villanova University was to gain an advanced certificate in drug and alcohol counseling. I really didn't work in that area though, but I did go there for about a year. To study that. But I have seen a lot of trained Liberians that can help that country. The thing is, our country, we don't appreciate people coming in to help. We see it as a competition that is going to take away our job, and we on the ground, we didn't get the job, but we don't know it. We don't have the experience, we don't have the training. If you send a real trained Liberian in now, a couple of Liberians to go coming to help the DEA and start a facility to help Liberian as well, Liberian will turn against them. Unlike here, these people welcome the citizens who have studied abroad. They welcome them with red carpet. You got to know they're coming with some training where they can help. It's not like that in Liberia. Everybody want a position, but they cannot function. They're not qualified for that area. And honestly, Liberia will be destroyed with drugs because we got nowhere. Our borders are porous. We talk about Grand Bassa County and other counties where DEA don't even have officers, don't even have a motorbike before they have a car. How can you fight drugs? How can you fight drugs at the border? Well, the officer that don't even have a car, you don't have any trained person who can even detect these things. Most times they just go into people's bag, check through people to find drugs. What about other areas where they bypass the border and carry the drugs? We don't have it. We don't have the trained staff. I don't know what's the number of officers we have at the DEA. But can you imagine right in Monrovia, we can't fight it. Think about the other the other 12 counties and stuff like that. So it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. I mean, and at this time, the international community is pulling the money. The U.S. is cutting all their aid from USAID. So we can't even depend on them to come in and help us to give us money. So we have to find a way. Bring in experts. There are a lot of Liberians who want to come home. They don't have to be part of the Unity Party. They need to come home. If the government gives them an opportunity, I know a lot of Liberians who want to come home and help in that area. But it's only going to get worse. All I can say it's going to get worse.
But Dr. Peabody, let me say this to you: if I came to your house and you are eating caviar and drinking the most expensive wine and everything, do you think with my few dollars or how you think I'm going to come and give it to you? Jesse Jackson, I went to one of his speeches, and after the speech, we lined up to talk to him. And at the dinner, he and I were talking during his heyday about 10 years ago. And he said he visited Liberia during the 70s. He said when he came back, he reported to President, I think, Jimmy Carter, and told President Jimmy Carter, those people living better than we, the Black people here in Chicago. If you have any money, give it to us here on the south side of Chicago, then send it to them. He said they picked me up he said I was having dinner in our gold plate and gold spoons and all of that, and I was drinking the top wine. He said the people, you think the USA, the Republican don't know that you, a poor country, asking us for help, your representative make more money than we make over here in the United States.
Yeah.
Your senators make more money. Your people make more money. So if you make more money than me, why should I give you my money? So if Liberia wanted something to be done, why don't we charity begin at home? Why aren't we cutting down our own perks and salaries, and then we ask someone else to help us? We don't have any skin in the game.
Right. And the thing is, we're not used to helping ourselves, Mr. Gayman. We are not. I don't know how much of the government budget get support from the international community. We talk about LRA raising money, collecting revenue, but most of the budget it comes from assistance from the international community. Most of our budget is funded through foreign direct support for our budget. So where can we do to help ourselves? Every day we come in with these big proposals, $25 million. What is the next thing we talk about? International community, healthcare, international community, food, international community, drugs, international community. What do we do for ourselves? What can we do for ourselves? People are living luxury life. They're enjoying it and doing everything. But what can we do for ourselves when everything comes from the international community? So, look, if you are used to begging all your life, you grow up, you'll not stop begging. You will always beg. Even if you have a mate, you always want to beg. Because that's all you grew up knowing, that all you see is on handout. That's why when you come to Liberia, you spend so much money that you can't even spend a month in America. Because everybody is coming, handout. We cannot do anything for ourselves. So can you imagine the country is begging? What do you expect of the citizen to do? To beg as well. We got the resources. Don't tell me people you're buying some agency cars, government official buying $65,000 car, $75,000. Don't tell me we don't have money to. Some people get gas slip for the end of the month. They get the gas is so much that you can't even use it in a month. Can't use it. Then the next one, roll over, they give you more gas slip. So what's the essence? Some people living right on the oil or living right in single, you're giving them almost 50 or more, 150 or more gallon of gas a month. How far do they drive? You'd never cut that. So the thing is, the whole country lives on backing from the government down. The one that should go to the people, we use ourselves. So what do we do for ourselves? What is Liberia doing for themselves? The country of Liberia, what are they doing for themselves? Nothing. We depend on, we beg and beg and beg. And that's what U.S. Ambassador, the former U.S. Ambassador Makati said, I mean, the international community was tired listening to people begging. They're tired. Every day in the international community, he said, well, you talk about taxpayer money all the time. On you. But when do we do all about taxpayer money? It's sad. It's very, very sad.
Honorable Pewee, if Stephen Allen Benson woke up from Grand Bassa County, what would he say now? Honorable Pewee, are you listening?
In the next hour or two, to release
Hello? Can you get me?
Yes. If you cut the game off, there you go. I'm saying
somebody watching soccer game.
Yeah.
No, it's not soccer. No, it's not soccer game. You know, I'm a very passionate Liverpool fan, and I was following I've been following the how they call it. The transfer window is closing. I think it's already closed.
They transfer you?
No,
we don't want you in Chelsea, so don't count. They shouldn't say you over here.
One transfer, man. I told I said no. I don't want you.
But if Stephen A. Benson from Grand Bassa or Joseph J. Chisholm were to wake up from Grand Bassa County, what would he say? What would they say about this new Liberia? Has anything changed? Have we gotten better since these people died?
Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Probably the only thing that I don't know if they will be very, and that's one of the reasons why the former hardcore ambassador said if Joseph drinking wow.
Why would Joseph drinking wow say right?
What would he say right? And so it's important. I don't know if they would say that. Maybe the only thing that it would be those people would tend to say we'll stay around Buchanan drinking our Kinju.
That's right.
And people struggling, and people stay struggling.
No electricity, no water.
Yeah.
You ain't doing anything.
So say people that they post suffering. That beautiful city that got a lot of possibility, a lot of opportunity to make money.
Lot of concession. Lot
of things. You see, man, I don't know if it is, and it's not happening at all. It's not. Nothing's changing, Jerome. You have a country that one of our cities, Buchanan, the city of Buchanan, is strategically located. The location of that, the topography of that city. And we've not, as a country, managed to change the narrative thereof. To have a city that is situated, and we're so blessed in Liberia. What we lack is the expertise to bring about creativity so that we can push the country into a viable economic zone. Most of our cities, they are strategically located via the Atlantic Ocean. There are countries that are doing far better than us. They are landlocked countries. But no, most of our cities, we have 4 ports. 4
major ones.
Yeah, 4 major ones. We can even create more. So we can do one in Grand Cape if we want to create the port of There are strategic areas we can still do ports. We can also do one in Roses. I went to Roses. Beautiful
place.
Very beautiful. These are places tourists can go, and we can promote and project a very high level of scenery in those areas. You create more worth thing. Do you have the city of Buchanan? I was in Buchanan last night. You go to the place and you saw how do people then try to set that place or that city up. If we get creative, advanced leaders coming up, even the recent from 2005 since the war. But the whole time about Black country is the political leader themselves, the politician and representative, they fight about themselves than any other thing. How do you expect the place to move forward, Jerome? And I think voices like you, it's about time that you guys sound the caveat and step very powerfully and be prepared. Get up and stand up get up and stand up for the rights of the people of Grand Bassa County, particularly to see how you can move their major cities in Dana, Buchanan, other areas, beautiful areas. How can you are endowed with natural resources, natural sceneries. How can you transform those natural areas into creating money and jobs for the people of Grand Bassa County? That's the thing. If you were to ask those people today and tell them there's an opportunity to come out to light, they'll say, no, it's the looking, we don't want to come, won't be here. And you have to ask them the opportunity to come back. If God has and say, I can bring you back to life. But do you want to go back? The only condition I will bring you back to life is for you to go back there. They'll say, no, we will be here.
Yeah.
We will be here because it is better here. Here, there's no problem. But there, they would not even happy with shame on them for how they're making their people to be. How will you be in places? Those kind of area today, you having the hospital. That's the last time I went in the hospital that when it was dark. So imagine when the place dark. What were you want to do that? You have the port of it. Now, the only thing you saw them pushing for is to push for the port to be autonomous. The autonomy of those ports, because politicians will personally benefit, they will reap something from that.
Yeah.
They're not looking for the perspective of benefiting the people, creating jobs, trying to see, okay, now Buchanan is this way. How can we do to expand Buchanan in a way, create roads, connectivity, do appropriate city planning? Now, there could be something pointed some left door because pushing and talk to the president. That person in the budget to expand the city of Buchanan because it's possible can be a commercial hub for the country. How can we go about doing that? Can we engage the folks in the United States or other Western countries to come and sit with us and plan our city and see how the municipal zone would be, the zoning, the outlining of the city? Because those kind of a city, you don't allow people to cluster up around the place like we do in part of Monrovia and other areas. So what you do there, you allow city planners to come and do appropriate city planning, and then you use that with people start buying land going outside of the city because you're going to extend it up. You make sure those roads the road will be there. The alleys, everybody respect the zoning law. All the alleys should be structures. After every 4 blocks, there's an alley, and everywhere you can drive behind somebody's house, in front of somebody's house, and you start doing that. You start selling those areas to some money people around, and then the whole country sit down and say, "Hey, we've done this thing before. We've done it before. It's not helping us. Can we do some amendment of our constitution and say citizenship right should be to any human being on earth? We just have to make sure we vet the appropriate people to not bring criminals in town. We open the citizenship right. Trust me, those coastal cities that you see, that your city, Buchanan in particular, one of them, you will see people moving and start buying land in the numbers and start putting some skyline up. In no time, Buchanan will be a to-go zone. People will start moving. You will see flat into Rawa Feed because it's about 45-minute drive from Rawa Feed, or an hour. It's not easy. Someone will drive 2 hours to airport to leave this country. 45-minute drive. Then people will start putting beyond Hotel Buchanan. They'll be seeing some beautiful hotels. People will start making use of the source of the Atlantic Ocean, building beautiful resorts. And then those areas now from all over the world will start going there. We just put it on CNN, put it on BBC. Then we talk to most of the airlines are going to the country. Those airlines will put it on their menu for movies. So when you click, the last time I was on Brussels, I started clicking, see the 30-minute video the guy on Togo. I saw that video more than 6 times before we landed.
Yeah.
30-minute video they have on Togo. See that. See what they have on Gambia. It's on air Brussels movie menu. And there are other countries. What can we do there? Ghana got it seen on British Airways. Often on time we fly from 6 hours, sometimes 6 hours and 10 minutes from Accra to Heathrow Airport. Sometimes when you're on that double-decker Dreamliner, British Airways, the fastest time we ever go on that thing, I was surprised. We took 5 hours and 16 minutes. Very good weather that night. The guys thinks about Ghana, East Coast, this area. I haven't seen something like Jerome got beautiful area in Liberia. Have you seen Buchanan good? Go to the sea coast of the area. Go to Harper Maryland County and see Lake Shepherd coming into the Atlantic Ocean. Go to Grand Kitma County, where you see
Lake
Pixel. Go to Tyler Grand Kitma County. I went to Tyler Grand Kitma County to attend the funeral of the late Representative James Benson. I saw the beauty of Tyler. That's a beautiful part of Grand Kitma County that you have. The former president of LBDI got some resort. They had some property there. Those guys before built some resort, nice resorts. I like they are abandoned structure, but you see how beautiful. Trust me, we go to Atlantic City here in New Jersey. The last time I was in Ocean City, you see how people build Ocean City?
Oh yeah.
Think about that. If you start allowing opportunity for people to come, bringing no money board that got money, so people got money in abundance, they're looking for a place to live.
Even in Liberia,
give citizenship to that place in Liberia. People got money, give citizenship, open it, change the line. Doctor, sorry to say, I'm saying here, Dr. Henry Fofana said one of the racist constitution we see ever in the world is our constitution. We want to leave, go in other country. I want to come in this country and be this citizen. I want to be American citizen. I want to be a French citizen. I want to be a British citizen. We want to leave and go to the population and be citizen, but we don't want them to come to our place to be. It's not that stupidity. So high level of hypocrisy that we see. Open the process of those that they say, oh, the poor are having to come buy all the land. Come on. Those people buy the land, they're not coming to force you to sell your land if you are poor. You don't force to sell your land. If you got your land, you can stay there. But people can buy land, the people will develop the land. They will develop the land, they will hire you, the poor people that don't have the means to work, you're going to work. Because if the people come in this community, I got a lot of poor people that buy some land, they will build modern area there. In that area, they will hire people to work with them. The only thing we should do, we should make the law sure that those that will come rich with money, they shouldn't trample on the rights of the poor people. Meaning they should respect it. If you hire them, respect them. The law should be the law. If you did that, you're going to move that thing up. But trust me, those people will be very disappointed if you to ask them how to do it. Not only the brand ambassador, the entire country. It's about time that we work together. That's why President Fine, I spoke to him and I told him I think he's seeing reason that we have to do things to work on behalf of people. They one thing, Jerome, but I country, they tearing debate are causing the problem. People not looking at the overall benefit, people looking at the personal thing that will put money in the pocket of greedy, selfish politicians. No, that should not be the case. Great Basel County people should benefit. You can hold on to things. You all politicians should sit together and agree that that's what we want to do for the TD thing. If we did that thing very well, it's going to bring millions of dollars, and that can do some development. You can expand the can and build some road, put pavement around the place. That should be the thing of the people. The pavement around the Canada is for is better. Connect all the area, make the place look walk shiny and beautiful. Crosswalk for people to walk on, pathway for people to do, and then you expand the city outside, going towards the port, outside the port in other area, going towards ArcelorMittal. Man, this is a beautiful city. I envy your city, but you guys are now.
Listen, look, if you want to be embarrassed, I don't know why these people are not embarrassed. I was at the embassy. I took some guests from here, and the lady said, "I'm going to Buchanan," and one of the security folks at the U.S. embassy told her, "No, we don't want you." She said, "There's nothing there." She said, "If there's an emergency, we want you to stay around the area where we can get to you within few minutes." She said, "Going to Bassa, it will take us hours to get to whatever happens to you. If you can get us, it will take the U.S. Marine hours to get to you. There's nothing there." The lady, they took the chance and went with me, Dr. Peabody. We got into Buchanan. And the lady from Kenya, she told me, that when are we in Buchanan yet? We're at Bassa High School.
Wow.
Because she, before she left from here, she had done all the reading about Buchanan, about Grand Bassa, about Buchanan. So she had envisaged this place, this historic place. And then we got there. She said, "Are we in Buchanan?" Yeah, I said, "Yes, we are downtown Buchanan. This is my alma mater, Bassa High School." And the lady George just dropped.
Wow.
This is the embarrassment I'm talking about. But yet and still, we have our government officials that make all this money. Look, we have LAC, we have Metal Steel, we have, all the other corporations there, and these people are paying counted social development money they are paying in the millions. They are talking about this tailing. Sam Johnson commented that the tailing could bring in about 600 million. Some guy, one of the representatives, my own friend, Matthew Joseph, we're going to get 10%, which is 16 million. This man was brave to say at least we're getting 10% of 600 million. Dr. Peabody, that's our other people.
So the 10% going to who now?
The whole thing that
to him. It go to him, Sylvester. That's how they behave. That's a parable that somebody said the baby ain't born, the eye bought big B already. The fact here is they get people go in there with investment, they want to invest and put, or even going through everything and trying to see how this thing gonna work. They're already giving demand that I need this done. Now, if I'm coming with a business, you tell me maybe 10%. I've not even started the business. I don't even know how. Tell me what's going to happen. What the deal? So we can't even do free business registration in our country or something like that. Investors want to come. One of the things we talk about, you don't have good electricity in part of the country. You don't have roads. Then you would represent it, instead of bringing an investor, encouraging them to come and help, you want percentage from them. How can we, our country is great, but unfortunately, we are only known for the big mouth and the big news. Liberians like news. Liberians love news and big talk. Sit down on that beer table and folk are drinking some beer. You hear some big talks. They want to do this, want to do that. All we talk about is our history. We know when Liberia was this, Liberia that. When was the children that was born 1985, 1980, 1990, and 95? When would they talk about the 1980? When can they say, during 1980 things were fine? During nothing. All we do is talk about how Liberia had a better economy than Japan almost 50 years ago.
Yeah.
All we do we talk about Liberia was using the US dollar 50 years ago. We had all the planes come to Liberia 50 years ago. When can we? The new group we got coming in have no interest when it comes to country loyalty. They don't. It's all about belly-driven. So for that reason, development is stalled. No development is coming. That's the first thing I'm thinking on. Or they say, you were working in the government for 15 years, you build one house. All right? So the first thing that's going to happen, we go there, and the first thing we think about, my house. So anything that comes that should benefit the people in Little Basel, Owenscrew, Bayou Town, Gastown, you cut it. Somebody told a story about one legislature. I'm not going to call it, but I said the guy can steal so much until even when it comes to stationery, it'll steal the money from there too for the house. How bad it is. Stationery, they will steal the money, they'll cut in half.
Mm-hmm. And that's the office that is responsible for that the chair on, and the person that is responsible for that I don't know who you want to talk about, but I will get called in near of the office. The chair on rules order administration is the one that is responsible for that.
They said they'll cut the down to the stationery, they'll cut it. Ink for the computer.
Look, one of the politicians I was talking, and I told him the African politician that I admire was the late Obafemi Awolowo. Mm-hmm. And they say, he too straight, he too radical. So I said, that's the kind of politician we want. Because I remember I was watching one of his old tapes. He was running for president, and he went to this gathering, and the place was packed. People were clapping and cheering. He told them to say, "Y'all shut up and sit down." Why are you thanking me? Why are you cheering me? Oh, we have not done anything. We have not accomplished anything. Why are you here clapping for yourselves? We need to first of all get to work, win, and do something. Then people can cheer us on, but we have done absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
You don't want to go to
Nothing.
work. You don't want to do anything. For you to come here, you want me to give you a t-shirt. You want me to pay your way to come. You want me to feed you. What is it that you have done for your country and yourself?
Nothing.
You don't want to vote for me, that's fine. But I'm telling you, you are not here supposed to be clapping for it. You're here to listen. And pledge to yourself that this is what I want for myself, and I'm going to work that it happens.
Right.
But if you came here to get t-shirts and caps and free food and free stuff, you're in the wrong place.
Yep.
So those are the kind of people that we want. We need. But I keep saying, how many million can one person amass in a country like Liberia? How much money can one person use? That you be in the Senate, Yomli Kanga 2029, she will have been in the Senate for 26 years. My cousin, my own brother, Philip, who have been there for 18 years. My friend Matthew Joe, who have been there for 12 years. If you calculate how much these people have made over their careers, you wonder if we have the iron ore that is causing the big problem in Liberia that they so be telling. Sam Jackson and other people have estimated minimum 600 million. If it's on our soil, why don't we put up a bid or process where corporations will come and bid? And why are we shooting for at least 40, 60? And we are satisfied with 10% when the job has already been done, it's on our soil, it belongs to us, and you come in, why don't you take 60% and give us 40%? But 10% of our resources, 10%? No. Someone said the reason they accepted the 10% is because they got something called signing bonus. They all got a few dollars to sign. They don't care whether the people benefit or not. They just sign. And how much the signing bonus? Maybe $5,000.
Someone that got brand new pickup. Someone that got brand new pickups. They get, some other stuff for them.
Pickup truck for $600 million, almost $1 billion. Honorable Pewee, how many districts do we have in Liberia? How many districts do we have in Liberia? Is it 78 districts? If it is 78 districts, we need at least 78 pickup trucks. Every district LGEs, you have a district truck. Every district. Can you imagine?
And it's nothing to get though. It's nothing.
Yeah, but Dr. Peabody, just imagine you are in Buchanan and you got only one truck. And somebody in district number 3, they say there's a drug dealer here. Can you imagine driving from Buchanan all the way to number 1, that orange grove way over there? Can you imagine?
And that truck could break down.
No, the drug dealer will be sitting there waiting for you, right?
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Well, guys, it's 8 o'clock.
I gotta go.
You need to take your rest. When you leaving tomorrow?
I'll leave tomorrow. I'll leave tomorrow.
Okay, so you will be here by Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday morning. Yes.
Okay, great. So if you have time, tune in tomorrow. Let me ask Mr. Pewee. We closing. Your party comments after 8. The chief gotta go to sleep. It's 12 o'clock in Liberia now.
Oh yeah, it was a great show. We look forward to tomorrow. And then we've just discussed more, but I think we have to continue this path so that the country can change. Other than that, we're going nowhere.
Yeah.
Excellent. Dr. Peabody.
God, great show tonight. I just felt tonight, it was perfect. Not a lot of visitors. so I could
Good.
come and I could do the show
Good.
easily. No stress. I'm
Because you're not in Liberia, so it's all right.
de-stressing. So, but thank you for the show. Great show tonight. And again, may God continue to bless our country. Again, man, thank you. I'll see you guys, God's willing, on Wednesday.
Thank you. And our folks, Care Radio, Truth FM, Hot FM, we say thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless.
All right, guys. See you.
Von der